What it is, everybody?
What's up? What's up, man?
Boy D Great here. Welcome to No Filter. Where you give our opinion on these meals we're about to put up. Just being our first episode, we're still kind of testing things out right now. Yes, but we just gonna give it from a no filter perspective. We're not gonna sugarcoat anything. We're gonna be straightforward. So I'm Dame Rich. Some call me D Great. You can follow me on Instagram, DGreat214. And that's it. Go here.
Big Djay, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Give me Instagram info.
Huh?
The Instagram info.
Oh yeah, djayparkk, and same thing with Snapchat. You can follow me on both of them. djayparkk. Hit me up.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Dion. Dion Scott on Facebook. You can add me on there. Instagram, don't follow me on there. Don't be on that like that. Add me on Snapchat, dsmooth42. We want to give you guys a different outlook. We see a lot of questions going around on why men do this, or what's up with this generation of men. So we're gonna try to bridge the gap for you guys.
All right, cool guys. And this is B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet. You can check me out on Something for the People. Also, Life's a Game. And if you do want to follow me on Instagram, I'm pretty decent when it comes to some artwork. So that's Arcotics, and it's an X at the end, not a CS. Cool. Back to you, sir. Back to you. How you want to do?
The topic. Should I find it?
Bear with us. It's our first time, y'all.
Yeah,
we working.
But the first one is the memes. Okay, it's the memes, right? Okay, it's So the meme I saw, it says, basically women said that, she'd be interested in a guy, then noticed that he likes every woman's pics across all social media platforms. Basically, she noticed that he likes a lot of pictures, and she like him, so that kind of like loses her interest on that. So what do you guys think about that topic, though?
Insecurities.
No.
Screams insecurities.
I agree.
Just
I just feel like, me personally, and I'm sure a lot of guys, feel that way. When it comes to girls that I'm actually into and trying to pursue and things of that nature, you rarely gonna see me like or comment on anything. Mm-hmm. So that's not an indication of me being out there. That's an indication of me not caring. So if you could see it, I purposely wanted you to see it, and I didn't give a fuck in the first place. So judging a man off of that is just not. It's not an accurate thing, and if you notice things like that, it says a lot about what you find important, rather than the time he's giving you in your conversation. Just saying.
if I'm with the girl, I don't need to like the picture.
Exactly.
If I'm seeing her in real life, what I gotta like the picture for?
I like you in real life. In real life, yeah.
I just take it I take social media like it's a museum. I walk into the museum.
See
I like the artwork on the wall. I'm gonna comment on the artwork on the wall. But that don't mean I'm gonna take that artwork and put it in my home. If you make it to my house, I really dig that artwork. That's the shit.
Because time is money.
Yeah. Also, what was I gonna say? Like when I'm really interested in somebody, you don't really display too much, and a lot of times they get confused with a lot of things, and it's just I'm not gonna show you what I want you to see. Like I'm not gonna hide nothing. I mean, especially if I'm single. You know what I mean? You really don't have nothing to hold up to any female. And then a lot of them don't talk to you and try to find out, or just get information from you, and that's a bad thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now for every time I just be liking just to show love anyway. Like if it's just somebody who don't get a lot of likes, that's the main person who I'm liking anyway. The ones with the 20, the 30s. I'm gonna give you the love. It's the ones the 400. I'm not even liking them anyway.
You don't need my like.
Yeah, you don't need it. I'm just blowing their heads up, and I don't really like blowing women's heads up anyway. So if I do like a picture, that's probably not the one I like. Yeah.
Let's pause right there. Blowing these women heads up.
Yeah.
You can't even say hi to a girl no more. He tried to talk to me.
Exactly.
No, my mama told me to be respectful and speak. Nobody try to talk to you. It's crazy, man. You literally cannot say, hey, I like that outfit, or hey, you look really nice. I got a man. Okay. What's that got to do with me?
Absolutely. You ain't lying.
Another thing though, like when you a guy like me who dates, outside his race, you don't really put a particular standard on race. I like to go out my way to make sure I encourage a black woman. Don't think just because I'm not dating one or see me post a woman that's not black that I don't respect the black women. So I always, any dark skinned girl that don't get much love, I always make sure I show them some love. So I might leave a comment or a heart or something like that, but it's just showing respect and letting them know they're still beautiful. You know what I mean? That's all. Ain't nothing major into that.
Because we need that. We all need that. You know, whether it's men, women. And there's a level of respect you do it with, too. Like, if you're seeing somebody, like, you don't sit there and, like, oh, my God, I want to fuck you or whatever. Like, wait, can we cuss on this? Oh, okay. You don't just...
No filter, man.
I don't know where we going with this, so I need to know where we going. You don't just fucking say, oh, I want to fuck you or I'd leave my bitch. Like, I be seeing some of you niggas say, I would leave my girl for you. That's trash. That's when you cross that line of disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
And any guy that put that out in the open like that, I mean...
He don't want to be in a relationship. No,
that's simping like a motherfucker. Like,
is it okay to put the hearts or the?
Nah, bro.
Huh?
No emojis, bro.
No emojis.
No
Never,
emojis.
bro. Emotions is emotion, bro.
It's emotion.
This no.
What about just showing any type of
Bro, if you liking the pic, you liking the pic. If it's a big up, it's a big up.
Yeah.
When you start throwing around them emojis, you start throwing around deep in depth paragraphs. Now you crossing the line.
That can be disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. Why? Because why you all in?
An emoji?
I don't do emoji, bro.
So if I laugh, so if I put a laughing emoji, that's too deep.
It's too deep.
Come on, man.
you with somebody.
Hell no. I'm just saying, like, in reality, bro. You took out the time, bro, to be like, she gonna need this laugh.
No.
She need to know you laughing, bro.
No, your phone. Your phone took the time to say you laugh.
That's true, but it's like
it's when you type LOL on your phone, the emoji pops up. So you
that
just
is true. I wouldn't type LOL either. That's just me, though.
If your girl already
so you wait. So when you date somebody, your jokes just become unfunny.
No, it's not that they become unfunny.
You can't laugh no more because you dating somebody.
I'm not too extreme as my man here. The laughing is fine, but not the hard eyes and the.
Yeah, I'm not the hard eyes, but the no emojis. Period, like a laughing emoji. That's too far. That's too far. Like we got to have some rules to this, and that's the problem. Ain't no rules. Everybody just out here like, oh, we together. You can't like shit. You can't.
No, it's not that you can't like it.
You can't put no emojis. That's craziness.
I just don't like putting emojis up because I'd be like, I don't want you to think I got it. Because just like you just said a minute ago,
yeah,
I'm bigging your head up now. I said hi to you. That's one thing.
No.
Now you saying, oh, I got a man. So, well, damn, I send you a smiley face. What the fuck that's saying to you?
It's just a smile. I'm happy. So okay. So when you speak to somebody, do you not smile at them?
I do smile.
Why are you smiling?
Because I can.
Don't smile.
In person, it's a different feel. Like the investment. LOL is 3 letters, bro. I had to go through and type them 3 letters.
Damn, I don't even have to look at my phone to type.
Oh, yeah, I do.
That takes no effort.
Bro, I'm just saying, listen, when you think about it, everything, it's an effort. Every time you show extra effort, women take that shit the extra mile.
But again,
bro.
that goes back to insecurity, though.
But no.
They do.
A secure woman ain't gonna trip about no smiley face or LOL.
But
my girl not gonna trip about it. It's not that your girl tripping about it. It's not even that you tripping about it. The girl on the receiving end take that shit out of context.
No, that's a deeper problem. We gonna get to that. That's a whole deeper problem.
Yeah, but that goes into. I was told that by another female when we was talking. She was saying that I know you don't think it's a big deal, but she taking it a certain way because you posted me and you hardened her pictures after we had an argument. I had an argument with this girl. It's showing that it's not a solid foundation we have. And I didn't understand it, but she was right. 2 days later, she was blowing my shit up.
But that's perception based.
It is perception based.
Okay, so any social media gives off that perception
Correct.
of what we want it to. Like as long as you and your girl know what's going on, or because you guys can be happy as hell in one of your pictures, they still gonna come. That ain't gonna change nothing.
The thing, what I'm saying is, I appreciate your viewpoint. It makes total sense. The issue comes in. The chick on the other side pull up, she gonna drop off in your inbox because she gonna jump in there. Once she jumps in there, I just want to save her that embarrassment. She like, well, I see you commenting on my pictures. If I was just commenting and with text, she ain't gonna. That emoji is a level of decoration, so it's just like a diamond on the ring. The gold band is the only part you really need to be married. You don't even need it, but technically, it's the flat. The diamond is the flash. It's the, oh damn, she married.
Yeah.
Band is married. Diamond is married.
Yeah, I really care about that.
I really care. I threw that emoji on there. She like, oh, that nigga over there with the text, he commented. This nigga commented.
But who get the most attention? All right, what girl gives the most attention back? Is it the one that? I think the one who not liking the picture is the ones the girls actually be worried about. Like the niggas who leaving the heart emojis and leaving the comments, they get ignored for the most part.
Because they got 1,000 niggas hard eyeing their shit and liking their shit.
Yeah.
So like he said,
well, if you do throw just a smile on it, you gon' fuck with her head and be like, what? You throw no hearts on this?
But if your girl did the same thing, which is it something to break up with her, something to get mad about, or y'all not tripping?
no.
If she leaving, she can leave heart emojis on other niggas.
There was this study done. I can't give you the exact name of this study. I read about it when I was in college.
Yeah.
It's a difference between if a man puts an exclamation point on the end of an email and a female. Men don't typically do it. But if you do it, people feel like, damn, I'm finna get fired. A woman does it. And it's a whole thing about this shit. If a female throws an exclamation point on anything, it's instantly a joke.
It's a joke?
It's instantly a joke.
So if a girl texts you, we need to talk.
And for the exclamation, not context also. If your girl texts you, we need to talk. It's always.
We never need to talk.
We never need to talk.
We need to talk.
Let's laugh. We don't need to talk. Let's just laugh.
Let's be completely busy.
But
we need to talk.
Hard star racing. Yo, what's up? You good? Like,
man, you want to call out of me? You want to get that shit out the way.
So it's just the thing about it is, society-wise, men are mostly closed off, so you don't show emotion. So when you do show emotion,
let's pause. Let's pause right there. We need to cancel that.
We
This whole men don't show emotion thing. That's what leads to these niggas being toxically masculine, not wanting to cry in front of a woman, teaching their son it's not okay to cry,
right,
or toughen up. Like, that's stupid. It's bullshit. Because then we get to these relationships as adults, and we don't know how to show emotion. We don't know how to communicate. We don't know how to do none of that shit. I'm a prime example of that. Like, anybody that's dated me will probably tell you, when I was younger, I sucked at communicating. I've tried to get better at it now, but as a kid or young adult, I sucked at it because my dad, even nonchalantly, he didn't show emotion. Like, the house could be burning on fire. He done met my pops. This nigga go sit there and fucking, shit, what we gonna do? Let's just walk out this motherfucker. Whereas there should probably be a little bit of panic in there. Like, you still gotta show some leadership with it, but you probably need to have some urgency with it.
I ain't gonna lie. I embrace toxic masculinity, bro.
Same here, bro.
Because like the old school man is kind of what I strive to be like. And women actually do respect that when you stay calm in situations, because that feminine energy, they're gonna be the ones who's freaking out. So you got to be the one to be that rock.
Yeah, you gotta
to show them, everything's gonna be okay. But if you're freaking out with them, this is gonna make a bigger panic. But
because now the norm is if the dude freak out, it's like, damn, we really in the shit.
We fucked up.
Yeah. We really fucked. So if a dude, you can literally not have much, but if you calm about it, she gonna be like, it's probably something he ain't telling me.
Yeah, we're gonna be alright.
We gonna be straight.
We gonna figure it out.
You know what I'm saying?
The problem with the old school man though is they did so much bullshit that our grandparents never told us about. Fucking cheated, beat it.
We could say that.
Had multiple kids.
Yeah.
That shit was trash.
But we could say that if their marriages lasted longer.
Oh, okay. That's a good segue. Hold on.
Okay.
That's a good segue.
Y'all want a second? Okay. I'm gonna jump into the old school. Boom. It's up.
All right. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next topic.
The why marriages on.
Why aren't marriages lasting like our grandparents' generation? Open discussion.
Too many options. Too many options. You can break up with your girl right now. Go to social media. You got 100 other options.
Instagram, Snapchat.
The world is a lot smaller thanks to the internet.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's like the number one thing.
It's
just too many options at your hand. Like back in the day when you and your girl broke up, You gotta go throw some Lenny Williams on, Cause I Love You. Sit in your room for a minute, get that shit out. Then your partners had to drag you out the house,
True.
go to the club. Like, come on, bro, we not finna just let you sit in here
Come on,
and be all depressed. Like, come on, fam.
Yeah.
Now, fuck that bitch.
It's way more
And
out.
that also
like this
shows in
bitch.
the music. It's like you said, ain't many Lenny,
Yeah.
people out there right now.
Yeah.
Ain't,
These
no,
hoes ain't loyal,
ain't
they
many
got
people
Chris
crying
Brown.
on
Even the R&B niggas.
Nah, put that-
Like, wait a minute, what happened?
Oh,
I want my
man.
baby back. Like,
Unbothered like a bit, unbothered.
Y'all know the slow music kind of died out. I was talking to my younger cousin, bro. They don't even slow dance no more. Like he was weird about this shit. Like he was like, "What is slow dance?"
Yeah.
Like they don't do none
like
of
on the
that.
wood. You had to break it down like on the wood.
None
Yeah.
of that's
This how we
going on
dance in
no
North
more.
Carolina.
Dude,
That's not happening. No grabbing booty slow. That's not happening no more. You can't. Who could you slow?
Well, they don't
dance
know how to
to?
two-step either. Like, they don't know how to, that old school groove where you just grab her. They don't know how to do that.
It's straight twerking and working, baby.
yeah.
Like, reason why marriage ain't lasting, man, because like we could give all these times, how the times is, whatever. It's all bullshit. I don't agree with none of that shit. It's just at the end of the day, nobody values it no more. It's so easy to end something, because we put in our head because divorces come so normal.
Yep.
We see it so often. It's
Over
like
50%.
Divorces are lower now than they ever were.
Whoa,
False.
ev-
Look it up.
What?
Divorces now are lower than they ever were.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
100%.
I am positive. I will bet you
Since
$200
when?
right now.
When is forever? Since ever?
Divorces are at the lowest rate they've been at since the 1950s.
1950s?
Alright.
No.
Is that because people not getting married though?
Ooh.
Like,
See? You didn't catch that though. See?
Yeah, something ain't
But it's
there.
at 50%. It's been like that since the last 4 years. So when that changed?
Last 4 years.
40 or 40?
You say
No,
4 or 40?
Is it 50%?
It's
50%.
been,
For 4 or
I've been hearing that
40?
since the 90s.
It's been 50%
Since the
divorce
90s.
rate.
It's probably
The
been
last
higher
4
since
years.
now.
Let me see this.
It's
Let's
It's
look
been
this
50%
up.
divorce rate. I
Let's
looked
look
this
this
up
up.
quite
while
often.
he's looking that up, I feel like the issue with marriages not lasting long is we live in the age of instant gratification. So
Talk about it, King.
anytime you pull up, like even with something as simple as your food, everybody fuck with fast food. Like I need it right now. Like
Amazon.
Amazon. My package come to my door and it better be next day delivery. Like no anything that takes time or something you really gotta work on, you really gotta care about this shit. And then you go into everybody wants to do that sense of urgency leaks over into I was dating you last week. Well, when we talking about first of all, marriage ain't the first thing that come up. When we having a kid, that's the first thing.
That's the first
Right.
thing.
So it's like
kids before
you
marriage,
didn't you just want
Wait. We gotta stop that. It's been kids before marriage forever. Our parents weren't married when they had
No,
kids.
No,
That's
Pete,
crazy.
but Pete, they was like during their time, kids were accident. I'm not gonna call you an accident.
We were fucking
Kids
accidents.
are accident.
They wasn't married.
People
talking
these
about?
days having them motherfuckers
want to.
on purpose.
They
Like
want
Well, when I talk, I'm talking
about
about my parents. I'm not talking about my grandparents. Like that's a whole different thing because I don't. It was
But-
different because as a community we were closer with my grandparents. Like we were more of a community, so there was
You
more
had
family.
policies
You had to
that
be.
forced us to separate.
Yeah, that was the whole crack epidemic. But that's a different podcast.
Yeah,
We'll get to that a different day. But that's what broke us apart as a culture.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like they don't look. So like women are more in charge of households than men are when it comes to single parent homes.
Mhm.
So you gotta understand that these girls are being raised by a single mom. So they
With
are,
independence on their brain.
So it's not just independence though. They're literally being raised to be single moms. And when I tell people that just think about it. What do they hear first? When they between the ages of 19, 25, 30, when are you gonna have some kids? You the only one that ain't got no kids. You in your 30s. You need to have. It's always a kid based thing. It's never when are you gonna get married? What type of man are you trying to look for? It's never that. It's always a kid based. You got some girls who like. They got 3 kids already. They're like, oh, I'm getting baby fever. I want to have a baby this year.
it's almost
not,
like
it's not a
almost-
relationship based thing.
it's almost like the single mothers are training the kid, like training the daughters to the dude is temporary. He ephemeral. He gonna disappear eventually. So get the kids. That's the asset. That's what you want. 'Cause they gonna love.
Yeah, because they're not valuing the relationship that comes with it because it's going to force them to not be so masculine. You got to get off of that. I'm not going to tolerate a lot of stuff. Man, fuck that. And I'm going to go get with this dude. And then you got a lot of these weak ass dudes who accept it.
Yeah, jump right in.
They accept. They let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that's where a lot of these stepfathers come from. It's just
Shout
men
out to
who gets like controlled. You know what I'm saying? My stepfather though, you know, I had to have his back at certain points when it came to my mom, because my mom was tough on us.
R.I.P. Mama Kim.
She was, man. I always had to defend them sometimes. But a lot of times that shit play into, because I was a stepfather at one point. When I first became a stepfather, I was weak as fuck, bro. I'm not even finna sit here and hold you, because I saw it with my mom. So I normalized it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. Girls see these type of dudes and they fine. They really don't value relationships that much, and then they expect everything to be smooth. And marriage, they think marriage is this perfect thing or whatever. It says for richer or poor, better or worse. They need to emphasize those words, because it's gonna be worse times, and they don't want to. I don't want to do that. No, I don't do that. We broke right now.
I think I'm the dark.
When they threw that divorce in that, when they gave you an out, people start taking that shit.
Yeah.
It's like you saying for better or for worse, and for sickness and health till death do you part. They'll be like, no, death must have a motherfucking robe on, because that nigga say that shit's a no. Like, like come on, it's done.
I think I'm the dark horse here because I don't believe in marriage.
Hey, I respect.
I'm on your.
Because I think we put too much emphasis on a piece of fucking paper. Like if your bond is solid with somebody and you rock with them how you supposed to rock with them, ain't no piece of paper go change. You're not gonna want to leave. Like regardless, like he said, when times get hard, and people are so, because it was forced on them and taught to them, and like you talk to a lot of people our age, they don't even know why they go to church. It's the same thing with marriage. They don't know why they're getting married. Right. They get married because it looks cute, it looks good, it look good on paper.
Right.
It's just like the fucking Clippers this year. They look good on paper, but fuck, when it comes time to play, are you go play? Like, are you go when it's raining outside, or you go stay?
You gonna hop on?
You know, it's
we talking
easy.
about this
But
earlier. Is it naturally to just be attracted to somebody for the rest of your life? Like,
No, it's not. It's not natural.
Just one person.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
No, I'm saying like you still attracted to the
Of
women.
course.
But it's like at the end of the day, bro, it's like this, man. Like I look at things how I like my relationship with my mom. Not saying a girl has to be my mom, but my connection with my mom is due to like the core values that we share. And I feel like if you're gonna be with somebody for the rest of your life, that has to be there. And you gotta trust them with
core values.
yeah, like even with finances, like you want her to be able to handle your shit. So you do have to have marriage for that. But it's hard trusting people. I just think if you've been through, but then I can't.
Wait. You have to have marriage to trust somebody with your finances?
No. That they'll be legally bonded to be able to help assist on. It's like me working in the oil field.
You can always sign people up for that.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying like in case you're not able to, because there's a lot of times like when I be out in the oil field, the connection's not there. They can go up there and their name could be signed, but it's still limits that you have.
Power of attorney.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like I do believe marriage can work. My boy's a prime example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I can't lie. Like him and even Jamal, their relationships are not common because they literally are like with him, he got the female version of him. You know what I'm saying? And with Jamal, he got like everything that he lacks, that's her strength. So they balance each other out. So, but it happened though. I just think people don't understand how hard it is to find the right person. They want it, like you were speaking to earlier. It's very, very hard to find that right person.
Y'all believe in soulmates?
I do believe in soulmates.
I do not believe in soulmates.
I do.
You believe in soulmate, but you
I
believe
don't.
in marriage? What's going on?
I do not believe in soulmates. Okay, so the reason I don't believe in soulmates, let's just say this. You believe in soulmates, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if your soulmate is a crackhead over in East Dallas? She your soulmate, bro. What if your soulmate is terrible at sex? She just a whore. Like,
It's not your soulmate.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, I'm about to.
It's not your soulmate.
You believe in them. It came down. You had a dream about it, premonition. You seen it. If you was born today I handed you a picture. This your bitch. I mean, this is your fee, bro. James, this your fee. Dang, this your fee. And you looking like, why the fuck is Damian fee finer than mine?
Nah, fam, I don't.
You turn around. I'm just.
I got him.
You look, why is his finer than mine? Then you go back. So I just get a picture. I be like, no, I got a whole file, my nigga. I got you. I hand you this.
She on crack. I don't think this the right
Her future at 21, she will be
on crack.
on Herman Street on crack.
Oh no,
You will find her there and fall in love.
it's impossible.
And you like,
It's not impossible. My turn?
yeah,
It's not impossible for me, but for when I think about soulmate, I think about somebody that in lines up with what you got envisioned. Like it's that person you physically are attracted to, mentally are attracted to. You guys are on the same spiritual connection type of deal. Like that's for me, like what a soulmate is. I think you guys are just lined up. Like you know how they say stars align? Right. You guys are entwined. Don't mean y'all agree on everything. Don't mean like y'all, it's happy-go-lucky all the time, but I think you guys are so in tune that when you go try to find something else, or if you guys ever separate, everything else will be settling from that point. Because it's always that's going to be the bar. It's always going to go back to him like, well, fuck, like this person made me feel this way. Ain't nobody made me feel this way since I met this person, since I've been with this person. And I think we all got that person, and that's what classifies as a soulmate for me.
So are you saying that you create a soulmate? Because like.
No, I feel like you're born with a soulmate.
Like you're born with a soulmate.
Yeah, I feel like you're born with a soulmate.
Yeah. I don't like that thought process.
So look, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I look at YouTube shit all the time, man. It's just they actually got a segment of explaining how you found your soulmate. So I'm gonna ask you some of the questions on it. Did you not feel a sense of familiarity when you first met Ronnie?
Yeah.
That's
you feel like you knew her?
Indications of a soulmate.
Yeah, good, bro.
That's one indication of a soulmate. And I can even answer the rest of them for you because they do line up. You fit every last one of them on 20 different videos I watched. So that it's maybe it's not true to you, but if these 20 different people have everything that I pictured you and your woman.
It feels like in another life you guys knew each other.
Exactly.
Bro,
you can't say it's not true because it's a game. Look at.
But couldn't it be like another woman very similar to his
all I'm saying is,
but there's always going to be things that she lacks that your other woman fit the bar.
That different set out of you.
This is how it works. If you, in order for me, that's how I'm gonna play. In order for me to believe in soulmates, you have to let me physically go and see every woman in the world.
True.
Because you limited geographically.
Absolutely. I was about to say all that.
I'm in Texas, so I mean outside of the internet giving you I can FaceTime you every now and then. Nah. Majority of the time I met Ronnie in college. Mm-hmm. Period. That's where we met, that's how it worked. I met you there. I don't like the idea of soulmates and don't agree with soulmates because you can't tell me that I'm going to be forced to be with somebody. I like the idea of being chosen. I chose my car. I chose where I stand currently. I chose my lifestyle. And if I choose you and I'm not forced to be with you, the thought of me being forced to be with you would lead me to feel like, well then, like this is an obligation. This wasn't.
Did you choose where you were born? What family you were born to?
No.
Same thing.
That's the point.
Like you were destined to meet that girl at that time. There's a reason y'all didn't meet no time before that.
Any college?
Where did y'all meet at?
Could have.
Where y'all meet at?
You went to North Texas.
I did.
Where y'all meet at?
At Carl.
No, what were y'all doing? Like, what was the?
She was at first. I thought she was talking to my homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was talking to Rich, but they weren't talking. They was just have no.
Could have chose another friend too at that. That you still friends with to this day.
Bro, I'm still friends with you to this day.
Exactly.
But I chose it's other people that I don't function with, and in their mind, B Hunt is extremely cool.
Right. We had a connection though, bro.
We do.
We didn't even talk that much when
and
we
that's
first
why.
met. And I believe that was God guided us to be friends. Like for us to be, it's not like even with your woman, bro. It is very rare to find a female version of yourself, and you got that.
It's like a puzzle piece.
But what I'm saying is that level of customization isn't predestined. It's just not. You choose it. It was other females who was sitting up, and I could have chose them. They in the same. What's the difference between X, Y? We in the same place. You do some of the same shit. You might actually do certain things better than my wife. The issue became
careful, boy, for you be on that couch.
No. What I'm saying is, at the end of it, if it was a soulmate situation, I feel like I'd be on the couch. And the reason I would be on the couch is because you like her more than me, but you got stuck with me. I'd be like, nobody got stuck nowhere. The only reason you here is because I chose you to be here. The only reason I'm here is because you chose me. This was an agreement. When you start putting that force, like when you force shit together, when you force two magnets of the same polarity together, them bitches shoot apart. But as long as you're trying to hold it there, you forcing it.
I think it's got it though. Like got it together. Like you can say what you're saying, but I get what you mean about doing certain things better. I can really attest to that. I have literally met at least 3 to 4 girls who I thought was my soulmate. And when I really ran across one, she didn't do the same thing that these other girls did.
Mm-hmm. But she did everything I needed her to.
She at the right fucking time, bro. And it felt different.
And I think,
let me ask you this.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
I think you have this negative connotation with like the force thing, and it's not necessarily like you guys don't have any other choice. It's just like you can't help. Neither one of you guys can help it. Like I'm sure when you started dating your wife early on, there were things like you did out of just wanting to do. Like it wasn't forced upon you. It just like happened naturally, right?
True.
That's that soulmate thing.
I'm just where I'm sitting at is it was other situations, but I felt like, hey, I just want to do that for that person. Like,
what made her different?
It's not even that for her. What made her different was, like Daniel said, of all the options presented to me, that's the one I want. It's like I walked in there and it's a menu on the wall. You can get the Big Mac, you can get the quarter pounder, you can get the cheeseburger, right?
I think I can break this down. Like, I drive a Camaro right now, and I love it. But it could be a Ferrari out there that I, you know what I'm saying, I just haven't came across. I could afford, but if I got that motherfucker, I might like that a whole lot more than my Camaro. You know
but you ain't predestined. You ain't predestined for that Ferrari,
right?
But you gonna work hard to get that Ferrari because you chose that Ferrari.
But that's different from people, though.
No.
You were destined to have that Camaro.
No.
You were destined to have that Camaro. It was meant for you to have that Camaro.
You could have got a.
Because
Chevy.
Only way I can see him being destined to have that Camaro is because he chose a Ferrari, and the Camaro is teaching him this is what you need to be like to appreciate a Ferrari. You gonna go through these issues with this car, so when you finally get the car you want, you gonna be like, I'm that much more appreciative. Because it's a lot of fees that I went through and was like, wait, man, this ain't working out. This is an issue, and like I said, I just feel like you were put in place to teach me these certain kind of guidelines, this to build me to a certain point to where, okay, I got to you. What do you have to teach? And
so
she's like,
you got built to that point
to get to your
and
soulmate.
a person time to be fit for this person.
It's not to be fit. It's not a
but it's like, but I know your personality, so I get where you're coming from. But I know what you mean about the force, but I feel like it's a guided thing. Like it's even predestined or whatever you want to put it. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad
those
thing.
contexts, bro. This is what I wish to stress to you. If you saying that your love is predestined and your life is predestined, then you eliminate the option for choice. Then that would mean that no matter how hard you try to build something else, you going down this path. If you destined to be a fuckboy somewhere or in a fucked up situation, you're gonna be like, no. I never have to own up to the choices I made. I'm gonna be that because it was my destiny.
So that's why I get confused. Like with church, like, do you believe in destiny?
I do not believe in destiny.
So you don't believe that everything happens for a reason? God orders your steps, all that good stuff.
I believe God orders your steps, but I believe He orders your steps through options. I sit back, you put option A in front of me, option B, and He like, I know what you should choose. And if it was me,
And I know which way you're gonna choose.
pretty much, I know how much, I know where you going, ideally what you would do, but I leave the choice to you. That's the difference between
There's no
me
choice.
and
He
a dog.
knows what you're gonna do. Think about what you're saying. There is no choice when he's saying he knows what you're gonna do. Where's the choice? I know where you're gonna end up at, regardless of where you're going, which way you go.
Let
You're gonna
me
end up at the
explain
same
this
place.
idea.
So
Let
did
me.
Eve have a choice to eat that apple?
Yes, she did. But when she made that decision, the destination changed for a lot of stuff.
Right.
Being that she done it, he knew she was gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. He knew when he made her.
He knew
She was gonna eat the
that.
apple.
My thing is,
But I'm answering him. I'm gonna
Oh.
let you go. You go ahead.
Oh.
No one-
all right. From what you said, predestined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Infinite possibilities. I don't necessarily. This is fake to me. If I take a ball, I put a baby at this end of the table, and the baby is crawling to that end of the table. Damien's not sitting there. Fate would be, fate and destiny. Me being an adult would know if the baby keeps crawling and I don't intervene,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna follow the table.
Right.
That's destiny. I, being of sound mind, I'm like, I have a choice here. I can let destiny be, or I can become the destiny. You gonna fall, sure, but I'm gonna catch you on the other side. I chose to catch the baby. Fate and destiny all leads up to the choice. You as a man or a woman, whatever, who cares, makes the choice.
No. We respect women on this podcast. Not that whatever. Who cares? We love y'all, especially black women. We love y'all.
Understood.
no
I'm
smoke.
not coming from a negative place. I'm just saying, when it comes to fate, I can tell you the outcome. God, I feel like, can tell me the outcome of my choices. It's just He allows me to maneuver it. We all gonna end up. Death is the only promise, right? We all gonna die, but along the path, it's a trillion ways you can die before you get there.
Oh, so you don't believe you just go die one way?
No.
Oh, okay.
Brother, I like right now some wild stuff could happen.
You were supposed to die that way.
Yeah, in essence, because you gonna die that way. However, I could die a trillion other ways.
But there was-
time period might have been destiny. Maybe this is my point to answer what you're saying about the destiny and fate thing. I believe that, let's just say you were destined to be a millionaire or destined to be an artist. Okay, you don't have to go to school to do that.
Not at all.
You don't have to, but your choice, no matter what choice you make, he's gonna give a prime example. Before my mom passed, she registered me to vote for Obama's last term. I forgot to go register myself. My mama knew I was gonna forget, so she went ahead and did it. Didn't tell me about it. So I was just like, I was trying to go vote for Obama and shit. And like I'm just all over the place, and I'm just frustrated because it's the last day, and I didn't want that motherfucker to win. So I was pissed. I was like, man, I can't. And I'm just, looking all over the place, and I just remembered. It's like my mom used to keep. I seen her put her registration in this drawer. Oh yeah, now let me look. And it wasn't hers. It was mine. She had already did it before she passed. So my mom knew what I was gonna do,
Right.
regardless of how she knew I was gonna mess up.
But-
But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to your soulmate, it's no matter what happens in your life, I believe ultimately you will be led to that person. Yes, you could have made different choices, but even if you made a different choices than the ones you made that got you to her at this point in time, it could have been changed. Maybe you would have met her a day later, a day before, or maybe a year later than you actually did. But eventually, you could eventually lead up to this person that was made for you. Because everything that went into the play, the type of person you are, and everything that went into the place, the type of person that she was, eventually led y'all together
At the right time.
at the right time. regardless, you could have made different decisions. So could she.
Like-
eventually,
I
it's gonna
just feel
always
like
come back together.
you
Ronnie is your soulmate.
Imagine dating
Well,
your wife
like
when
you-
you were younger and immature.
yeah. She
You think it would've
probably
worked out?
mess with me.
Why?
No, because I'm not B Hunt now.
But you wasn't destined to be with her at that time. Your destiny was for you to be with her right now as the
All
man
I'm
that you are
saying
today.
is there is a level of control that I place on life. And it's you are the sum total of the stars, the moon, all the shit you see around you is in you already.
I got a question. So if they was to ever just break up and not get back together, would Ronnie be his soulmate?
Yeah, he'd just be settling for the rest of his life.
No. So the next V I meet can't be my soulmate.
No, unless
I'll
she
tell
wasn't.
you that,
Unless
though.
this wasn't really your soulmate.
No, bro. See,
But I don't know you guys' connection like that.
Yeah, I can't.
So I can't say.
I can't.
He know you,
You be
so-
settling.
Like
You be settling like a motherfucker.
I wouldn't do
It could be
it,
another
but it's
Ronnie,
like
though, but,
No.
There is no other Ronnie. There's
That's
never going to
his
be
one.
another
a
Ronnie.
similar.
that-
'Cause
I'm
See,
not
now,
one person
I
just
know
like
if you had started the conversation like that, there is no other Ronnie, and my choice is, but that's what I want. Then I'm like, I can fuck with soulmates under those premises. But if you telling me that if Ronnie was something that I didn't want,
Nah.
I still
No,
have to choose.
That's why I said.
problematic.
That's why I said it has to line up
It
with
has to
who
line
you
up
are
with
as a
everything,
person.
Who you are, bro.
What like he said, what you place morals in and values in. That all has to line up. You can't be soulmates with somebody who's polar opposite of you.
No woman, I don't believe. I know you, bro. 20 years, fam.
Yeah, I respect
No woman on this earth will make you do the things that Ronnie has made you do.
Correct.
Like
I
there's
don't believe it.
there's a reason me and this dude grew up in church together. Like
Exactly.
this been my boy since I was 7, 8 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
somewhere like that. 27 now.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't meet him 20 years ago, we wouldn't be right here today. Everything is destined from the time you are brought into this world to the day you leave. My grand,
It's-
All right.
But you
I
taking
just
it-
got one question.
what's up?
If everything is predestined from the time you get here to the time you leave, why we got people in prison? Why we? Because
I ask that all the time. Why do people die of cancer?
I'm just saying.
But at the end of the
Are
day,
you wasn't destined? I'm not saying that all cancer patients smoke cigarettes, but a large portion of them do. So you was destined to smoke, bro? Like if that's the case, if I have no choice in the matter, then why am I doing this? What's the test if every answer is already put in the Scantron? Like,
Well, okay, let me answer that. 'Cause I'm gonna answer with my uncle and my mom. My uncle got locked up for his first offense in 19, I believe it was 94. I believe it might have been. It's sometimes probably a week. It was a week
Your mama
after.
told me about this.
It's a week after Bill Clinton had passed that bill that Joe Biden signed up on. This is the reason why I had a problem with it.
the 3 shots.
Like,
super
so-
better. Okay.
And it was they would like the level of punishment that they put on. They started trying kids as adults, so on and so forth. This is my uncle's first offense, okay? 16 years old, 15 years. The shit that he's told me, trust me, he didn't leave shit out. And
What did he get locked up for?
he saw his friend tussling with somebody, and he went to help his friend. Turns out his friend was robbing a dude. And there was a gun involved. The man ended up getting shot. And my uncle got shot in his leg. He was actually flagging down police cars, buses, everything to get this man help. After he saw he got shot, he ended up getting locked up. The dude was unconscious. He actually didn't have sense, mobility for a long time, so he couldn't give a statement. So they had to go off the fact that my uncle was shot, and they pinned everything on him. His boy didn't stick up for him. He ended up fleeing the scene.
Oh, he pinned the case on your uncle.
He got out scot-free. The guy, 10 years later, after he got mobility, he actually conceded that my uncle didn't have nothing to do with it. If it wasn't for him, he would be alive. They didn't care. They said, you got to finish out your term. So that's when he went up for parole. He actually came to speak for my uncle as parole. But due to Bill Clinton's laws that he passed and Joe Biden signed off on.
Which law was this?
Three strike.
It was 3 strike and the severity of
like if it's aggravated.
The severity of the crime, they eliminated eliminated the age limit.
Right, maximum sentences.
Yeah, so they didn't care. So, point I'm trying to make is, my uncle went through hell. You know what I mean? I could literally, what helped me deal with my mother's death is the fact that he lost his mom in prison. He lost his grandma in prison. So, off a crime he didn't commit. You know what I'm saying? So, what ended up happening to him is that's why when people ask me why I didn't like Biden, that's why. It's because my uncle.
We'll get to
Purely.
that.
But after he left prison, he's the most intelligent man I ever met in my life. TV, whatever. No man walking this fucking earth was smarter than my uncle. He knew about every religion. Anything you try to speak on, he knew about. He designed over 200 plus some games that he couldn't get out for some reason while he was in prison. So what I mean by that's it's fucked up. He had to do that going through prison. It's fucked up, but it had a play into what he turned out to be,
who he became.
And like
I just feel
at the end of the day, he could have made a different. Look, this is what I mean by that. He could have made a different decision to not skip school that day. Because I remember he told me to watch my brothers and sisters before my aunt came home from work. He could have just stayed there and watched us. But who he turned out to be was going to be I believe at that point in time in his life, regardless of what happened to him. What he went through did not stop him from becoming the smartest man I ever met. He helped so many people. The guy that ended up killing him is a guy that he defended and actually saved his life from him getting killed by people he knew. It's fucked up how what, but at the end
Uncle dead right now?
yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He died. I actually saw it happen. So at a certain point, you know what I mean? Like I said, we choose. We still have free will, but it might delay our time at a certain destination. But who we are, I don't believe as preordained. I just believe it's what we meant to be. It's up to us to choose that. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't have to choose your soulmate. You don't have to choose your soulmate. With my mom, she was in our church. She started the evangelism ministry.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't know why she did that.
Mm-hmm.
My mom was sick. Nobody knew. She didn't tell nobody. So my mom was sick longer than I even knew about.
Mm-hmm.
But she still got six master's degrees while she was sick. Barely could keep her eyes open. Still got it done. She got so many people into that damn church.
Crazy.
I don't
Crazy.
It's so many people. But did she have to be sick to do that? No. That's just the obstacle that was placed in front of her. But it's not going to stop who she became. You know, so as far as like, you know, the soulmate thing and everything like that and the free will, my mom could have chose so many different options. But it still would have led her to the same place. You get what I'm saying? We could choose different paths, but it's going to get you to the same destination. We still could choose. Like, you go this way, you got 20 different options. Okay, you choose one of them. You still got 20 different options. Eventually, you still going to lead to the same point, no matter what.
Don't people always want what they can't have? So is you going to really choose your soulmate?
I believe that they bring something out of you that nobody else do.
And not everybody goes for what they can't have. That's
Yeah.
Some of us are fucked up and dysfunctional and want like that edgy, like, you know. But some people are content with a normal, you know, happy-go-lucky, functional relationship, asset, whatever. It doesn't have to be hard for them. But there are some of us who like a challenge or who like the chaos of it and shit like that. It's like an adrenaline junkie. Like, you got people who like fucking jumping out of buildings with no parachute. And I've jumped out of a plane, but I had a parachute.
Oh, okay, I was about to say,
I'm not jumping off of I'm not jumping off of a building with no parachute because that's not me.
But if that person jumped out of that plane without a parachute, that was his destiny. Okay? He made a foolish choice, but he was destined to do that.
Like Final Destination. Y'all seen that shit? Like, they try to make this, it still happen.
That's just like when people look at fucking 50 Cent. The dude got shot 9 times.
Yeah, now,
He wasn't destined to die yet.
You definitely had. Now that one, I can't argue.
Like,
that
how do you explain that when people, you know, when there are other people who get shot once and die? You know, Nah, my boy got shot like 10 times.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Yeah, he-
Damn.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Nipsey.
Long live Nip.
R.I.P. Kobe. I know we got him in the background.
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Yes,
He gonna
sir.
Say something about
How about them Lakers? You know, Bron going to get ring number 4. We
Gang,
just,
gang.
you know.
I appreciate all that, man.
But no, like with me, for me, an example like what Damien was doing. Like my grandpa passed away when I was 16 years old. I don't think I would be who I am today if he never passed away at 16 years old. I don't think I would have went to the military. I don't think I would have got my CDL. I think I would have been complacent in life. Like when my grandpa passed away, that put me into depression. Like I was hurt. So like I ran to the military as an outlet and something to control that. If he doesn't die, I'd probably go to college, flunk out. Maybe I graduate, you know. But I feel, because I was a party kid, so I feel like I would have went party. You know, I feel like I would have fucked off a little bit more than, because I see some of my peers who, you know, went to school and fucked around like a semester or two and then didn't, you know, make it out. And like for me, my focus wasn't even on school at that point. So if I went to school right after high school without my grandpa passing away, again, I don't think I'm sitting here today as who I am today. That's why I feel like everything happens for a reason. Because to this day, I still don't know that reason. I don't know when it's going to make sense to me. Shit still hurt. Happened 10 years ago. But I know it happened for a reason. Like, I know going through that pain, one, it brought me and my sister together. Like, me and my sister hated each other growing up. Like, it's my turn to watch TV. No, it's my turn to watch TV. It's, you know. But when my grandpa passed away, we became inseparable. Like, there were things I learned about my sister in a year that I didn't know. I was 16, so she was 14. That I didn't know for 14 years about her before because we didn't have that connection.
So you tell me you wouldn't change it?
Nah. Do I miss my dog? Absolutely, wholeheartedly.
Rest in peace.
But I
Papa.
wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't change that because again, me and my sister wouldn't be as close, and that's my best friend now. Yeah. Like when I need to talk about something, whatever it is, women, work,
Shout out to little sis.
Yeah, mental health, any of that stuff. That's who I go talk to. Like Damien Meadows, one of the smart. She working on her masters right now. One of the smartest people I know, kindest people, attitude out this world. But you know,
That's
she got a good heart
because she got brothers. She can do that.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Still not sold.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
But got one.
I feel like
you with your soulmate. Let it go.
But I think we made you think a little bit more. Like,
no. You guys, there's a way to win that argument with me because, like I said, I don't like to be closed off to ideas.
I don't think any man does. That's a good segue into our other thing.
Okay,
but we'll finish what you.
Oh yeah, but my thing is, as it stands now, it's so much drive in me to I know it would be messed up if somebody told me Ronnie is your soulmate before I got with Ronnie. Cause then y'all would have fucked it up for her. Just because of who I am. But again, I'm that screwed up.
But again, we said you don't have to choose your soulmate.
Yeah.
That's not what makes them choosing them ain't what makes them your soulmate. The connection that you two have that can't be explained, that you can't find anywhere else is what makes them your soulmate.
Okay. I can function with that.
Yeah, like you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like you and your soulmate don't have to be together. I'm sure there are people every day who walk past their soulmate.
He's with his soulmate.
Yeah. So you good. So you good.
Soulmate.
You good.
Hey, I was thinking. Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
back on why relationships don't last. Is it more with the equality with women coming up more? Does that stop it? Because women used to have to stay with that man in order for a relationship to work because they really didn't have any other options.
Because they are competing with men because they feel like the fact that they could provide, which is something that they put on the standard as a man. So if I'm doing that, I don't need a man for this.
Right.
So they're going to keep rising. But at the end of the day, a woman not going to be in a successful relationship unless she with a man that's okay with that. Yeah. And a lot of times they don't want that type of man. They want a man that's going to be on their level. And if they want a man on their level, they're going to have to go down a couple notches because he's not going to tolerate a lot of stuff.
But a lot of dudes don't know how to lead. Like I'm 27 now. I've been in management or over people under me or older than me, twice my age. They don't know how to lead. They'll come to me and ask me for shit that, fam, you're my dad's age. You should be. I should be asking you this, not you. At the time when I started management, I was 21. So it's like, this is crazy because women, and I see women say it all the time. Like, we know how to lead. I know how to lead. You know how to lead. I'm sure you know how to lead. Just talking to you guys seem like alpha males, like to where a woman would want to submit to you. But if you're not submittable to them, what is she going to submit to? What is she going to? What is she going to lower herself for?
That man has to get him. If you're not okay, you ain't supposed to be leading shit. You need to get you together. If you're not together, you don't need to be leading nobody. A woman, especially an alpha woman, you know what I mean? Girl I'm involved with, she's alpha, like mother. But not
Ooh,
with me.
girl, he talked about you on the show. He don't care about none of these Joes.
Cut him out.
Anyway, you know, she is extremely alpha, but she's not like that with me. It's not because I'm trying to control her or anything like that. Is at the end of the day, she respects me to a certain degree. You know what I mean? So whatever she does is not going to affect how I view myself. A lot of these dudes that can't lead, they're not like completely, you know, sure of themselves on a lot of ways. They just need to work on themselves.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
The person I feel like my soulmate, she said the same thing. Like, she's dated dudes before, never submitted to him. Like, it was her way or the highway. Like, then we dated or whatever, and she'll tell me all the time, like, it was different. Like, I felt like I wanted to submit to you. I felt like I wanted to listen to you and take your advice, or, you know, want your opinion on certain things. And it was the same way with her. Like, because I'm bullheaded. Like, because I'm a fucking Taurus. Like, y'all know how we are. I for sure didn't like listening. But with her, I hit her up for advice. Even now that we're not together, like, I still hit her up like, hey, you know, what do you think about this? Like, this is where I'm at in life. Like, when my partners got shot a couple weeks ago, back-to-back days, like, she was the first person I want to talk to. Like, and that's because...
And you could never see yourself... I mean, because you said you don't believe in marriage. So you could never see yourself, like...
Well, no. So here's the thing. I don't think that people shouldn't get married. I don't think people shouldn't get married. I don't believe in the strength that it has on people. Like, I don't believe that you have to be married to somebody to actually love them. Like, that's what I mean with that. Like, I don't like that. That's what I say when I think we put too much credence in a piece of paper. Like, I would love to spend my life with, you know, my soulmate, marry her, all that stuff, if it ever got there. But I don't think, like, that has to be our way to show our love for each other.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Understood. Yeah, I dig that.
One more thing about relationships not lasting is it the social media, because you say, like you said, it's a lot of people who the free love that you get is social media playing a big part in people not staying together because you get a lot of likes. So you like, damn, I could probably be doing better. This nigga liking my status.
But still, that comes with a security mind state. Like, you have to be sure yourself, and if you know that you're not ready before you get in that relationship, don't do it.
People lie to themselves every day.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be honest. Like, sometimes you're the fucked up individual. Like, for me, I'm the fucked up individual right now. Like, that. My soulmate is great, but I'm fucked up right now because of shit I've been through. So I got to work on things like before anything else.
That's why I'm not like going forward with a lot of things. I'm not in a relationship, and I should be. I'm fucked up, man. Like, even like my mom's death anniversary was on the 4th. My brother's birthday is on the 6th. I get emotional behind him because he lost my mom 2 days before his fucking birthday.
Mm-hmm. That's like
the
mama
day
and papa.
after that, I lost my uncle.
Yeah.
I just lost my uncle on the 7th. You know what I mean? My uncle
When
Aaron.
did that happen, bro?
My uncle Aaron.
It just happened this
No,
year.
I'm not talking about my uncle
What was
Aaron.
that, 2011?
He died in 2010. My mom died in 11.
Okay,
So
that's what I thought.
he died a year before my mom did.
I had just left town. I was so pissed off. Like, I had just went back to California when I was stationed out there, and I didn't get to see her because I didn't go to church that day.
Yeah, man. So even to this day, man, like, for me to move forward, anybody, I got a lot of shit to work out. I know what my biological father is. I haven't seen him since I was 2. I know where he's at right now. I still haven't seen my mother's gravesite since she passed.
Why not?
I can't do it. It's tough.
And
It's really tough. You
This
gotta come to a realization of a lot of things, man.
this goes back.
He never wanted to be in my life, and plus, I'm not at a point to where he can't discuss my mom because my mom didn't put him on child support. She didn't force him to be in my life or whatever. He don't have no right to speak about my mom. If I hear him say that, our relationship done, because I'm gonna beat his ass straight up, and I'm just being real about it.
This goes back to getting rid of that toxic masculinity. How do we do that? Men, go to therapy. I go to therapy right now, to this day. Best thing I've ever done. I had anger issues.
Things about it.
I had shutdown issues, and especially in the black community, like we don't look at therapy as a good thing. But if you look at, you know, these white households and stuff like that, the reason they do so well and are able to get back after, you know, getting addicted to cocaine, getting addicted to drugs or whatever, is because they have rehabs, they have therapy, they have, and think about it, growing up in you know, inner cities where we grew up, wasn't none of that shit.
No.
Wasn't no therapy office, like, you know, Dr. Schultz or whatever, like, you go talk to, tell them about your problems. One, because in a black household, which we got to get away from, stop acting like kids don't have lives. Kids have difficult fucking lives. They get picked on by kids at school all day, especially if you're not one of the popular kids. They, you know, have to learn how to interact with each other. They have to worry about, am I awkward or, you know, am I ugly?
No.
Like, that's all things that kids have to go through. And then they come home to us and we minimize that. We sit there and, you ain't got shit to worry about. You don't pay no bills. Yes, bills are important. We know you got to pay bills, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, whatever. We know you got to put food on the table. That is important. That's not minimizing the importance of that. But we also have to take in consideration that our kids' feelings matter too. Because when we minimize that, what do they do when they get older? They minimize it. I'm okay. Like, you know, it don't matter. And then that's how you get people like me, because I did that shit. Not that my parents did that. I did it on my own because I saw it. Like, oh, I don't have a reason to cry, about it. And I tell my dad this all the time. His nonchalantness rubbed off on me. Like, girls tell me all the time, like, I'm nonchalant. Like, my friends tell me I'm nonchalant. I don't give a fuck enough. So that's something.
That might be a good thing. Like, why do you think being masculine is toxic? It's being
Not all masculinity is toxic. Like, men being leaders.
Feminine toxic.
Certain parts, like what he said, when you got one of those strong women who want to be independent and just do everything on their own and don't want to.
Masculine though? If she independent, or is that?
Yeah, it is masculine. She has to.
I don't. No. We're not doing that. Let's not confuse independence with masculinity.
It is independent. Independence is masculine.
Women can be independent.
Yeah, and they're masculine because of it.
Nah,
because
fam.
they're doing roles that they wouldn't do if they were with a man.
But
so they're taking on that responsibility because it's masculine. Doesn't mean it's not just man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, masculine man. No, it's women can be masculine.
Let's look up the definition of masculinity.
Because
I think that's exactly what.
That route. I was like, wait, now listen.
I think that's exactly what masculine
different
is.
words in the dictionary for these two.
I'm telling you, these women they assume masculine roles because
They put that toxic in front of masculine shit. Though. I don't know if I.
Handsome, muscled, and driven. You know, we're not going with
Is
that
that
one.
toxic? Yeah, they won't go with that one. That sounds good to me.
No, that's just describing like physical attributes. Handsome, muscled, and driven. He's a prime example. Yeah, we're not doing that.
We gotta find a bad about it.
Yeah.
like it's women are when they are independent, they're independent because they don't need a man.
So
It's
let's
a part of it.
having quantities or appearance traditionally associated with men. I give you that. I can see you were right. But I'm not doing that because I don't feel like independent women are necessarily masculine.
But it's not. I'm not saying that they're manly.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't.
I'm saying this woman is literally independent. The definition of independence is because they do not need a man.
But you're looking
That's all it is.
But
But
you're
there's nothing
looking-
wrong with that.
You're looking at it as if they should all be damsels in distress. Like they shouldn't.
No,
be
they
that.
shouldn't. When you're independent, because you have to be. You have to get your life in order. You're not leaving it up to the responsibility of a man. There's nothing wrong with that. If a man enters your life and able to take that stress off of you, you don't have to be independent or masculine anymore. Not saying that there's anything wrong with a woman being masculine because she don't have a man in her life.
Right.
I gotta pay these bills. I gotta work. I gotta do this. I take care of my kids. You have to be that way. You wouldn't have to take care of them kids by yourself if you had a man there.
Right.
So that's the independence come from it.
Is
You
a
know what I'm
masculine
saying?
woman attractive?
Serena Williams is fine. So fuck what y'all talking
Are you
about.
I'm not
masculine
talking
as
about the
strong?
physical.
No, she was
aspect.
independent a long time.
I'm not talking about the
No,
independence.
Serena was single a long time.
But still, I'm not talking about physical attributes because black women are very sensitive about that. But is it attractive? Fuck yes, it is. Hell yeah, I like a woman.
It's a balance.
It depends on what you are as a man. If you're able to handle that, you're not gonna like let's say you're intimidated by a woman that makes such and such amount. If you make that same amount, if more, you're not going to be intimidated by that. Correct? It's not going to bother you. If she drives a nice car, most men who don't drive a nice car are going to be intimidated by that.
But I used to tell my soulmate. Again, I'm talking about her a lot, but like I used to tell her, like,
I'm just go ahead and try to Cupid's arrow this. Like,
I used to tell her all the time, like it used to bother me because I wanted to be needed by her. Like that's why I said it's a balance, because like everybody wants to be needed, wanted, whatever.
Right.
That's human nature. So it used to bother me, and I think I'm a pretty secure individual. Like, because again, I'm nonchalant. Like I really don't give a fuck most times. But like when it's that person you care about, love, you want to be a part of things that matter to them. You want to be a part of anything that they're trying to do. You know, something that they actually give a shit about, because you want to be a part of the process because you care about them. So when somebody's independent and they don't need you, kind of hurt your feelings a little bit. Like, you know, it's kind of like, damn, like I'm used to, you know, I'm telling you, I usually tell girls, no, I'm not doing shit for you, but with you, I want to do something for you and I can't do.
That
And it was,
actually helped.
She more
yeah, it was,
masculine. But when the girls in a masculine, kind of get you more in your feminine frame.
That's
you
if y'all are together.
Yeah,
If y'all together and she's being independent or masculine,
it make you kind of chase them.
you're a bitch. You can't. You have to. A woman only, especially if she used to doing it by herself. Look, it's a multiple of things that go into that, but they not understanding that a woman that does it by herself, if something that she views as a masculine alpha man, she's going to let some of those shits go because she trusts you.
Most definitely.
Ooh,
stop. Trust.
Trust.
That's another reason these relationships ain't lasting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick. Y'all, your girl got the password to your phone?
Yeah. First of all, I don't put passwords on my phone. I'm somebody who don't believe in that whole secrecy stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna be me, regardless if you're looking at me or you're not looking at me.
That's fine. Now here's my second part to the question. If she got mad if you ever had a passcode on your phone, if she got mad that she didn't have it, would that be a problem?
One, it would be problematic because I'd be like, you knew me and you know who I am. Why are you questioning me?
Lack of trust. That's why I said that's another reason these relationships fail. There's not really a lot of trust in these relationships. When you start asking, you know, some of these couple questions about like, oh, could your girlfriend do this? Could your boyfriend? No, he can't do that. Well, why? If you trust them, if they solid or whatever, it shouldn't matter.
You're right.
It should be 100 people in the room, and they not go fold. You know?
Can you really trust anybody though?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Bro.
The Bible say don't, but it's just like a whole bunch of contradiction in there.
They don't trust, bro. You gotta.
Then you're
I don't
supposed to
think
trust your partner.
you shouldn't be with nobody you don't trust. And sometimes when that trust gets broken with infidelity or something like that, a lot of people don't take the like let's say a woman gets cheated on. She wants a man to change his behavior because he cheated. So you can't have passwords. You can't go here or there or whatever. That man's gonna feel like he's caged in.
But
eventually he's going to get tired
in that
of
terrible
that.
situation.
Eventually he's gonna get tired of it.
And
Eventually he's gonna get tired of it. So it might push him back. The problem I'm trying to get at is when infidelity does happen, they need time apart, time to heal themselves. They go ask some questions that they don't necessarily want to hear the answers to.
The tough decisions.
Why did it happen? So on and so forth. Because a lot of times when you get, cheated, it happens for a reason. Either you as a man is fucked up, or she ain't as perfect as she thinks she is. So that conversation needs to be said.
What you saying is, because on top of trust, what I equate is, it's more about accountability. The reason that he or she might have stepped out is because maybe you weren't providing. It's supply and demand. If I had a demand and you didn't have a supply, I go out to another supply chain and you get upset with me. Majority of the time, the people in your relationships, they're going to ask you for what they want. Hey, I want you to cook something. Okay. Now, you get 3 hours in and you wonder why I walk in the house at McDonald's or Burger King. You can't get upset with me, McDonald's or Burger King, because I offered you the opportunity to remedy this issue. Now, I'm not condoning cheating or whatever. Don't get me confused. Certain things, we have to put things in, in a hierarchy and category, whatever.
But
what I am saying is, on top of trust, when you get with somebody, you have to trust that person is going to do what's ultimately in your best interest or what's in the best interest for that relationship. And then if they don't, you can't go into your next relationship without taking accountability for what you did in your past relationship.
Oh, you don't have enough of that. You have people who always try to paint the villain or they were the victim role.
I was in white
because
robes.
they got their potential futures there. Like
But you gotta. That's not authentic, and that's why a lot of relationships fail. When people ask you what's wrong with you and you can't point out anything, you're lying. We all got something wrong with us.
What's wrong with something wrong?
Like I said, I'm not great at opening up. I'm not, great at talking through shit in the moment. Like I need a second to process my shit before we can talk. Because if I talk at the moment when I'm upset or heated, you ain't gonna like it. It ain't gonna come out.
Ain't gonna help you.
And I might not even mean it in that minute or after that. But in that moment, I meant that shit. Like fuck you or get off my phone or I meant that shit right then and there.
Yeah.
But I didn't really want you to get off my phone.
Again, relationships don't last, but that connection, the person gotta know you, man.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta know you, and at the end of the day, what you were speaking on, the supply and demand stuff, whatever. If that person loved you, they would notice that without you having to say it because they know you. Well, it's about 5. Mine usually eat around. Let me go cook.
Let me go cook some
food. You know, I know he finna start tripping and
finna
start
start
cussing and shit. Like they know that. Like how your mom know your dad. She know you. She knew me at one point when I used to stay over there. It's like you gotta know if you care about a person, that shit don't happen. And that's what get in when you get in these relationships. It's they attracted to this person. This person got money, so on and so forth. They used to the stipulations and the perks that come with it, but they don't actually care about that person.
They check all the boxes.
When you don't essentially care about that person, have the same core values, it's not gonna. You're gonna have those infidelities. It's something not right, regardless. Either the person got in a relationship too fast, whatever. It go many ways, but at the end of the day, it's just no. The person don't care about you if they don't see things that you notice about them. You know what I mean? Anyway.
The way he pointed out a minute ago, there's a perfect segue into the 6-month marriage. All right. Will a man know if he wants? A man will know if he wants to marry you in 6 months.
False.
He don't need 4+ years.
False.
Right. I'll definitely say that that's false, and I'll give my reason why. How can you learn somebody in
6 months?
Took you? Let's say if you got married at 21, it took me 21 years to become this, to what you see now.
Mm-hmm.
It took me 21 years to be that,
Mm-hmm.
and you finna learn all that
In 6 months.
6 months. You finna learn when I eat. Not saying that this is something that's gonna make or break your relationship, but you finna learn when I eat,
When you're in bad moods.
when I'm in bad moods, how I process a bad mood. Like you was just saying a minute ago. Myself, I'm gonna sit in a bad mood for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I just need you to
Let me be.
walk away, let me be upset. When I come to you, that's when I'm ready to talk. Don't force me into a conversation I didn't want to have because I already felt some type of way
Whew.
whatever we was going through. I already felt that way. So right now, it's best I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna go hop in the car. I might take a lap or two, and then I'm gonna come back after I processed it and figured out what I want to say and how I want to communicate that, and then I'll talk to you.
Right.
But if you force me in that moment, okay, you want to know if dogs bark. You want to know if they bite too, apparently. Here you go. This is what
you want. You finna
this
get
is what
this.
you wanted. You
Right.
asked for that. Supply and demand.
Yeah.
But that's just how I figure. So no, I
Another-
don't think 6 months.
Another reason I don't think that's true is I think that touches back what we were just talking about, why marriages don't last, because a lot of these guys are forced into these marriages with the time restriction, right?
Right.
It's not saying I don't want to be with you. It's not saying I don't want to marry you. It's not saying like it's never going to happen. But when we get into a relationship and you sit here and say, I want to be engaged at this age, I want to be engaged for this long, you're putting time limits on stuff.
Right.
So when you do that, it's limiting. Do I actually want to do this, or do I not want to lose this person?
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to stay with this person out of comfort, and I'm scared to start over, and I don't want to see them with anybody else,
Right.
or am I actually ready to marry this person right now in my life? Am I that person who's going to be good enough to be a good enough husband to you, to where I can fulfill my duties? And I think that's why you see some of these marriages get together, after year 2, and then they're done
Right.
because they wasn't ready. Like one person was ready, and that's cool. That's why it's all about lining things up when you both are aligned together. You know, not when one person's ready and the other person's not. Like, because when you do that, you're short selling what you guys have the potential to be. So I think that's why that's one reason why marriages ain't lasting. Like I said, just the pressure. You know, as men, we don't want to see that person we really, you know, love and care. That's why I said I don't think marriage is the way to prove that you love somebody anyway.
Right.
Like your actions speak like that.
I think you should get married when you know being married ain't gonna change nothing. A lot of people get married because they think it's going to change something. Like he's gonna, even having a kid. You know what I mean? I just think that's a huge problem nowadays. Like, man, like if I know if I marry you, this is going well for whatever amount of time that you both, you know, see perfect or whatever. Even if it's up to the man because he's the one proposing or whatever. I think the worst ones are the agreement marriage. It's like, we've been together this long, you know, we might as well go ahead. Like, it's just like crazy, man. Like, but if it takes away from the proposal, I agree
with that one. Reason being, so people get married, or some people get married. The ones that I feel like don't survive, they get married in order to make that the security. That's what bonds us. Like he said, you put too much weight on the paper. The paper not gonna keep you together. You should find your security in the person prior to marriage. So like, I was with Ronnie, 6-7 years before we ever got married. We literally just dating and just kicking it and doing 7 years. Any other one, first of all, she never got with the whole, it's taking forever. Her friends got mad. That's what her friends like, how you gonna be with a dude for 6 years and just, when are you gonna propose? Like, wait, this ain't you and I. This is me and her.
That's another reason marriages ain't lasting. You know, I said we got too many options to go to after the relationship. These motherfuckers got too many people to listen to with the relationship.
Bro.
Sit there and post, me and my boyfriend, me and my husband, me and my wife, me and my girlfriend are going through this. What should I do? You got 50 people commenting on there. 30 of them saying leave that nigga. 10 of them saying do what you want to do. And 5 of them saying girl fight for your man.
Add the weight to it though. Like you said, 30 people on there telling them leave a nigga. And they ain't got a nigga.
Misery loves company, man.
Like, hold up, wait, how you gonna give me advice on how to have something that
because
you
I
don't
trusted
have?
a nigga and he did this and that to me, so he probably gonna do the same thing to you. That's probably what. That's where that shit come from.
See, like, now that's toxic feminine. Why you come in no mind and you don't understand it?
A lot of women are just bitter, bro. Like, it's like
do that,
sometimes, bro, I hate to do this, bro, because
they on their own. I'm not with them.
Like, it be nasty comments and just rude stuff. Then I go to their page, and I'm gonna just say I see why they upset.
I see what
and I'm just gonna keep it real, bro. Like, it's like you could see, and you could, and the stuff they post and what they going through. Misery loves company, bro. That's all I want to say.
And that's why it's on you to, like, you know, we as guys, like, women are very honest with us about our friends. I don't think guys are honest enough about girls' friends or their girlfriend or wives' friends with them. Like, you know, women will call us out like, hey, that nigga don't care for you.
But
or he don't care for you.
Do you think that's a lack of investment on their friends? Because I'm going to be honest. I mean, outside of the ones that, you know, she bring around me, I don't necessarily care too much. I don't care to know or to get to know the other ones that you don't bring. Like, the ones that you show me, oh, yeah, I function with them. They're great people. But the one that, your work home girl that you probably been knowing since you was 6 or something that I didn't know, she be like, oh, you don't know? I've never met her. Don't really know much about her until you bring her up. But on the other, in the other spectrum, she gonna meet that, because as a guy, I don't keep a lot of dead weight friends. Like,
right.
I got the core. You're going to meet Damien, you're going to meet Jeremy, you're going to meet Rich. You're going to meet them at some point. Throughout 365 days, at some point, they're going to be in your face. It's with her, it's 365 days and I've seen one, but you tell me about 20 of them.
One thing I'm gonna say, in the first 6 months, you probably not even meeting a real person.
Mm-hmm.
You meeting a represent people be on their best behavior on the first 6 months.
Mm-hmm. We got different faces
So
we wear.
Nigga might want to take you out on dates, but nigga might not want to do that 6 months later, a year, 2, 3 years. He might just want to chill at the house and just watch the TV.
No.
So you might get used to somebody doing this. A girl might want to cook her best meals, but she might not want to cook later on in life. She
Right.
might just really not even be the cooking type. But when you trying to impress somebody and meet somebody, and you gonna do the best thing, so it's gonna take some time for you to actually get to know the real person.
Right.
And dudes
Is that-
that fall for that shit. Like dudes that try to jump into a fucking marriage within that short amount of time. Not saying it can't happen and work out, but I'm going to say it's 95% of the motherfuckers, something wrong with them. They trying to rush in a relationship for a reason. And women should be weary of that shit, man. You can't just, oh, well, it's been, he loved me at this point. How?
Some
Has he
people-
seen every point of you?
Some
If he
people-
haven't, so how can you...
If you with a guy and you saying he the one and he ain't seen you mad, you faking with him.
Some people don't know how to be alone.
Oh.
Like some people don't love themselves enough to be alone. Like I can sit at home in my apartment all day, every day by myself and be just fine. You got some people that they can't even sit there without a friend, because they don't enjoy their own company. I think that's a really big piece of it. When you can enjoy your own company, then you're getting somewhere.
Right.
Then you're able to have these, like he just said, these real raw, conversations with people and not fake it and not like, look, this ain't me. I'm gonna cook today because I like you and I want to show you that I can do some stuff. But this ain't me normally. Normally I come home, sit down, watch TV, grab something to eat. We might cook some nights, but some nights we might grab us something to eat on the way home.
And that's gonna be us.
We might go out every now and then, but that's not me all the time. I don't want to go. I want to be in my own company, but I want you in my company too. Like I want you in my space with me. If that makes sense. And I think that's it's a lost thing nowadays. Like people don't do that enough. Like there's no authenticity with it.
A man can't be somebody he's infatuated with. Like if you met Rihanna, you might want to marry her in the first 6 months, just because you've been waiting. Like so it could just be an Instagram model, just in the first 6 months. But at the same time, it might not be the person that you really love. At the same time, it just could be somebody you're infatuated with.
If that's what you consider important, if looks are that important to you, I know some people who are actually happily married because they're attracted to each other.
Yeah.
Simply it.
That's it.
But
Don't have shit in
to
common.
me, I've dated a girl. I haven't. She got a good amount of followers. I can say that, but she's gorgeous, but she's boring. Like that look stuff faded, bro, real fast. She's boring as fuck, bro. Like I'm serious. Just the type of person I am.
Yeah.
Like what I mean. We just didn't fit. So the infatuation, that shit fades off. But if that's important to you and it works, man, hey, you don't need 6 months. You need a couple weeks.
Well, she just check out like she fine. She don't got no kids. She got
Shit runs out eventually.
Yeah.
If you don't have a personality or something we got in common, if there's nothing deeper than you than your looks, that's gonna fade eventually.
Yeah.
Because eventually, sex gets boring.
It does.
Like what keeps sex interesting in relationships, marriage, is the two people caring enough about each other to spice things up.
Yeah,
To try different things to please their partner.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of people who are selfish with sex. Like I'm just here to get mine.
We done.
I hope you get yours in the meantime, but like if you don't, then it is what it is. Love, your love for somebody else drives you to want to pleasure that person or to want to make them happy and make them fulfilled as well. Whereas like when you just when it's just that physical attraction, that shit runs out eventually, bro.
Yeah.
Like 'cause eventually it's gonna become repetitive. Like I done seen your ass like that. I done seen you stand on your tiptoes riding. Like I done seen all that. What you got next?
Yeah, and another thing, man, like if and I think it comes in play to how much you have to lose. If you got a lot to lose, as far as like a marriage, like a potentially divorce, something like that, you're gonna be cautious. And I don't mean that as in a selfish thing, a selfish point of view. What I mean by that is, if you have your shit together and you got everything going for you that you feel like is important to you, you're not gonna be so quick to put that on the line. So you're gonna make sure that this person is the right person. That you're not gonna do that so quick. You're just not gonna do it. Whenever you got a house, good job, so on and so forth. But even how your life is functioning, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices, some changes when you get married, or even somebody entering in your life for a long period of time.
Right.
You're gonna be less likely to just jump into it. You know what I mean? And that could be different for a lot of women who feel like they got everything they need. They don't need finances and all that stuff. They just want a man, and they might just get them a guy that they find attractive and don't care about shit else. It happens. You know what I mean? But I just think it's important on that, on where you are in life.
I think men are worse at that than anybody. We'll have a girl who actually gave a shit about us, who actually cares about our well-being, how we're doing, and we'll still choose the fine girl. And we'll choose a girl who, damn, she bad. Wait till I show her to my partners. We have got to be the worst at that. Like, because women are more emotional. Women are more emotional than we are.
Women do it too, though. But
no, they do it. But women are more
than we do.
emotional than us. They go for somebody they actually care about, whereas we go for most times physical.
But I feel like that's partially due to evolution.
Hold on, let me.
Oh, I'm my bad. Go ahead.
What do you mean you don't believe that? Why?
Women do it way more than men do. They believe in hypergamy. A woman, you cannot. I don't care who you're on. If The Rock came up and said, "Hey, what's up?" She leaving your ass. What do you want her? I don't
know, man.
Women
are really.
I'm not The Rock. He can't pull mine though.
Yeah,
maybe so.
Not maybe. I'm telling you.
Whoever she really loves.
I don't think so.
Songs, Coke, like
no.
Maybe not leave you. But look, like I said, look, they're like this, man. Women are going to find a better. Like sometimes, bro, they're gonna always do it. No man, I don't want to put my business out there, man. Y'all forcing me to do this, man.
Oh shit, y'all done triggered my boy. Y'all done triggered my man.
Hey, he triggered himself. He started.
Is that your echo out here in the background? Triggered?
No, I'm saying that I've been that guy that they thought was the higher choice. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say too much about it. I'm gonna be quiet because I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm done. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I don't want you to get in a bad situation. Where I was going with it was, I feel like that's evolution. That's the equivalent of why your wisdom teeth give you so many issues. Your mouth's shrunk because you didn't need the true fiber of spruce no more. When you start talking about we go for looks equate to health. If you look healthy, I'm gonna be like, I'm setting up the future.
That is a bunch of bullshit and you know it.
It's not, bro.
No, stop. Man, we are just physical lookers. Like, that's why, like, when we're having sex, we have to look at the girl. Women can come up here. Man, we got to look at that shit to
provide. Who can provide for their kids?
Provide
for their children.
Exactly.
Women choose men based on how they want their kids to turn
criteria.
out.
It's different criteria. You doing it for health-wise, like, I want healthy kids. She thick, she fine, that's mine. Yeah. She doing it for...
we need a slogan. We need a shirt.
Then women doing it for a whole different set of reasons. He can provide, and he can ensure that my kids go longevity.
But that's why I said the mental. That's why I said women go for the mental.
So they're like, he can't be too crazy because he might try to fuck us all or kill us. He gotta have a stable mental mind, and he need to be able to talk to me, do all these things because I need to know that he's gonna be around to help me raise these kids.
Then in essence, you're agreeing with me.
I do. I'm saying I do agree with you.
Oh, okay.
But my thing
Bullshit.
is,
Bullshit.
No, but I'm saying
he's agreeing with me.
It's evolution. It's like we went for that because we value two different things. They value stability. We value health.
Okay.
I'll give you that. I'll meet you halfway.
There's no argument against that. Okay, so you mean to tell me that if you look at a woman with a nice body, you said what's the reason for that? You said
what's the slogan? Let's hear it.
Oh,
she thick, she fine,
she thick, she fine,
That's what you're looking at. So you mean to tell me you want your daughter shaped exactly like that?
What?
thick,
fine, and somebody else's.
Got a big ass
Bro,
booty.
look. So
is that what you want for your daughter?
This is
I'm
coming.
gonna be honest with you. Fuck yes.
Whoa, what kind of Donald Trump shit is
No,
this?
peep game. No, peep game.
If she wasn't my daughter,
No, look. No. What I'm saying is,
but go ahead.
listen. What I'm saying is, I'm not. My daughter ain't for me, bro. It's gonna be for some other dude. And I know if she got certain assets and a certain visual appeal, she gonna attract a certain caliber of dude.
She also gonna.
She can't do that without having all that?
Caliber.
No. It's gonna be far easier for. So, peep game. LeBron James. If LeBron James was sitting down at a fucking desk typing up your account information, you would look at him every day as you walk by and be like, that is a fucking waste. If I look like that, I would be dunking on niggas left and motherfucking right. He wasted, right? Am I wrong?
I wasn't going to the.
Let me finish this point though, because I gotta finish this because it's on my mind now. Now, you take a stripper chick, the baddest stripper in the club. You sit back and you be like, I would hate for that to be my daughter, but it's a reason why she got the most bank tonight. Cause you like, he was destined for the league and she was destined for the fucking pole. Cut the bull. So when I say,
so what, you believe in destiny again?
in that case, yes. What I am saying is this. No, I ain't gonna go. I gotta stay on the. I gotta stay the course. What I am saying is, you asked me if I want my daughter to look that way. That is what's valued today. It ain't for me. My daughter, for me, can look any. It don't matter. I'm gonna love my daughter regardless. But because I know it's another, she gonna have to go out and meet another dude. And if a dude's like me, she gonna have to look a certain way.
And why would you want your daughter to be with somebody who doesn't value?
No. It's not that he don't value you. It's not that I don't value my wife's opinions or thought processes or none of that. But her level of attraction did add to. Hey, that's additional value that this one can't provide.
Kim Kardashian to be one.
No, but I had a point.
Oh no, okay, my bad.
Like,
yeah, I'm sorry. I got
the
long.
thing. What reason why I asked you that question is because, and I'm sure you're gonna agree with this after I say it. Like, we could talk about Cardi B, we could talk about Kim Kardashian all day. Would you rather that or your daughter ending up like a Michelle Obama, something like that?
No. Wait, peep game.
No, this
I'm gonna let you finish.
is what I'm saying. See, when you're looking at a woman as a man, you're not just looking at physical things. It is what attracts you. But what makes you want to settle down and be with that woman, it's a whole lot more to that. With women, they're not going to give you the fucking time of day if you don't meet their physical attributes first. That's the first thing they look at because that's what they want their sons to be like. That's why they like tall men.
Will you talk to a girl that don't meet your physical attributes?
No, I wouldn't most of the time. But I have dated girls who did it.
Who
And
would you
that
want
girl
to
do
date?
too.
Kim Kardashian or Michelle Obama?
Michelle goddamn Obama. Come here, Obama.
Yeah,
Be
I'm
with-
gonna go
Barack,
with
back up. That's
This
mine.
goes
I want Michelle.
This goes to having kids with and certain reproduction and all of that. I would
No,
definitely.
you want to fuck Kim K.
But
You don't
it's
want
like-
Kim
Man,
K.
Kim K got more money and
But
she, hey man.
It ain't about that. It's about the respect that Michelle Obama have. I would love for my daughter to have
Well,
it.
see, that's when you.
What
That's
I'm
when.
saying
That's
is,
when.
no,
That's
you
when.
equating looks to respect. You asked me if I wanted her to look that way. I was like, if that's what her soulmate wants her to look like, then fuck yeah. Whatever you need to do to be and look like,
But this is what
go
I'm trying
do
to-
that.
But this is what I'm
But
trying
what-
to say. But my whole point was the difference between men and women. Women are going to look at your looks far harder than men will. Y'all
Nah,
can try to.
nah,
they are
Okay,
going to
all right, well,
be-
explain this then. Explain
So,
this.
the-
Explain this to me.
Okay.
A millionaire who looks like trash. Donald Trump. No disrespect to the dude. Disrespect to the dude.
Fuck him. Fuck Donald Trump.
Not gonna do it. I ain't trying to do that. Right? He looks like trash. He pulls up with Melania Trump.
Someone model, yeah.
Did she go with him because honestly, did she go with him because he looks like the
He look like money.
I say money first. definitely.
she
It's money,
secured
then
her
looks.
future, bro.
Yeah.
Period.
For the kids.
Exactly.
Alpha male.
But hold on, I got a rebuttal to that. Tia, one of the twins.
Tia Mowry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She found her husband on the corner.
On the common.
He was on his way to an audition
Yeah.
on the corner. She found that man, built him up,
Mm-hmm.
and now they both movie stars, both living a wonderful life, happy. That's why I say women look a little bit deeper than we do because I don't
That's what
know.
I just fucking said.
Hold up, but niggas be finding
But I
girls
said
in
that.
strip clubs.
So you were agreeing with me?
I don't know.
Listen to
I said,
listen to
men,
me now.
we
I'm
look for the
listening.
physical.
Listen, look.
Also, we getting into
When
to
we look
Titanic
at-
movie levels here. Like,
We
Not
good
saying-
on top of
Oh yeah, we were 130. Yeah, we were 130.
yeah.
Let's go. Look,
We coming for you, Joe Budden. I told you, nigga.
but look.
Rory, Maul,
As far
Parks.
as like, y'all are still going off of the fact of a sexual attraction. If I'm telling you what you want your daughter to be like, what you want your daughter to follow example on, the woman that you want to marry, it's not just going to be about the looks. That's going to get your attention.
But we're not talking about that.
But
We're not.
no. But
the
that-
thing about it, well, I have to stop you here because you asked me a physical attribute, and that was the only premise to the question.
We didn't say marriage.
so-
You did not say. You didn't tell me. Do you want your daughter to act like a woman who would have her OnlyFans? Hell, fucking no.
Okay. Look, this is what I'm saying.
You tip strippers.
I do tip strippers.
So what's the problem with OnlyFans?
No.
We'll
I
say
don't have
that
an
for
issue.
ne- we'll
I don't
say
have
that
an
for next
issue.
issue.
I don't have an issue with OnlyFans or strip clubs. I have an issue with my daughter having an OnlyFans and working in a goddamn strip club.
You sexist.
I am hella sexist. I will not. You are talking to a dude who will not lie to himself about who he is.
Okay. All right. We getting somewhere. We getting somewhere.
I am sexist. Yes, I am. What you in your home, what you allow in your home, if your daughter can go be a stripper, perfectly fine for you. And if you got a problem with me tipping her, you're a hypocrite. Your fault. Mine though, if you ask me, well, you tip my daughter at the club, why can't I tip yours? Because I won't let my daughter work at a club.
Wait. You don't control your daughter.
Who don't?
You go disown your kid if she
No, I ain't gonna
decides-
disown. Listen.
I'm not
That's
talking about
what-
while she's living in your house.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not talking
no.
about while
When
she's
you
living
get
there.
outside, I'm gonna do you like I feel God do us all. I'm gonna love you unconditional.
Okay, that's all I need.
So
to hear.
whatever you do, if I feel like I got my reins on you all the way up to 18, 21, you decide, hey, I just like this stripper lifestyle and I want to go be that. You gonna crush me, but I will not abandon you.
Okay.
Period. I'm gonna be here for you.
He's not
Period.
sexist, guys. He was joking.
No, I'm just saying I allow you to live your life, but if I have any control, if I can do anything,
You
like
gonna talk about it? You gonna tell her that you don't like that shit?
yeah.
See, that's the thing people fail to realize. Like when I say something, like if you make a lifestyle choice, you have that choice. But I also have my right to feel how I feel.
Yeah,
Like,
let me feel.
and I need to, and I can speak it the same way you can speak your truth. I can speak my truth. We don't have to come to a mutual ground. I said what I said. You said what you said. It is what it is. And that's part of being an adult, because a lot of times people think you have to agree on every single thing.
Exactly.
It's
Like
impossible.
he think Jordan the GOAT. I know LeBron is the GOAT.
Yeah,
He
you
think
don't know it.
he think Trump should still be president. I know his nigga shouldn't. So it's just things, but that's still my boy. That's still my brother.
Right.
Like you have to, just be able to agree to disagree,
Right.
and not enough people can do that.
Yeah, but the point I was trying to make is, bro, like I mean, it's crazy that y'all not seeing what I'm saying. We don't, as far as physical, yes, we are easily attracted to it, but it don't take much physical body parts to appease us. A woman could have a fucked up face and maybe not much breast, but have a flat stomach and an ass. That's two things, and we're fine. Women are not that simple.
But
They want you to be a certain height, certain skin tone. Your beard gotta connect. No disrespect.
Whoa,
That's
what the fuck you look
no,
over here?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh shit! Shots fired. I thought my shit was connected. I'm finna go shave right now.
But are we being honest here? Do they not put these certain type of standards on men?
they put those certain types of
But
standards
we put them on them
me.
too.
But we are not. So it's not a longer of a list because it don't stop at looks.
But they have less
Saying,
things.
Once you come up with that money, all this shit
Like
like
all that, the fact that you can
Depending on
negate.
where she is. depending on where she is. If she don't have money, of course she's gonna view that.
That's like us. Like, okay,
of course.
that's like when that's the same for guys though. Like, Jay-Z wouldn't go fuck with no bum bitch off the street. I wouldn't. I'm not Jay-Z, and I'm not gonna go fuck with no bum bitch off the street. If you don't have nothing going for yourself, like I got something going for myself, I'm not fucking with you. I'm not gonna penalize them for that.
But women can get a man with a lot of money if they are attractive.
Men can too.
Not as much as a woman can.
That's just because women naturally. God, fuck, I'm about to jump on a ledge. I feel like women naturally have more sex appeal than men.
Exactly.
But that goes back to what I was saying.
They can control a man. They like, dude. If a man ain't never had women in his fucking life, he stumbled upon the millions of fucking dollars. He finna go get a broke chick that look bad as fuck and be happy for the rest of his life. She eventually going to get tired of him. More likely, a woman that marries a man because of his money. More than likely, this is the highest rate of divorce. They leave him because they got what they wanted out of him. I got his kids because it's security for me, not because I wanted to have a kid with this dude.
Ooh.
So at the end of the day, she eventually gonna go off to a man that she found attractive. Hence, my boy here.
He pied now. He pied now. Oh shit, he pied now. Turn him up in his headphones.
My bad. I can't control the volume on it.
You hear me? God damn.
It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Women are very like, man. I just only speak from personal experience. It has happened. Like married women that don't find the guy that they married with attractive, they be flirting, bro. Like, and I know I'm not the only one that tested.
But you got men like that too. Like once their wife has a baby or is not in the shape that they were in when they met, dudes do it too.
Yeah,
that's human nature. I don't think that's just like restricted to one side.
It's not.
But I think that goes into like spouses should keep up who they were when they got together.
Exactly. I agree to that.
Like men and women. Like, cause this ain't what I bought out the store. I was window shopping at first. When we were dating and all that, they were window shopping. When I got that ring, we bought this house. I need to keep this house looking like how it was looking when we moved there. We can add on. We don't need to go backwards now. Like, we don't need to depreciate the value of it. Not that the body's the only value, but I think a lot of people undermine the importance of physical attraction too.
Yeah,
that's very important.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I think way too many people, if you are physically satisfied with your partner, sex appeal wise, sex wise, affection wise, all that stuff, it'll be good. And as long as you guys are strong in other aspects of it. But if you guys are struggling mentally, communication wise, and the sex is bad, or the affection is bad, or the attraction is bad, and it's not there, you're a lot less likely to stay.
Good point.
And no, sex should not be the healer, or but some good sex will save a goddamn relationship.
But that's the thing. A lot of people.
Temporary. It ain't the only one. It ain't the only one.
Sex is supposed to be
a way to express your affection.
Expressing it like, and they like to it's just as important. Like, and even before then, like, people need to talk about sex, but what you like and don't like, and women, and why marriages don't last. Oh, I don't do that. Well, it's a woman who do. You better start doing it though. You gonna find somebody who do.
Whoa.
Don't put no limits on your damn relationship. Straight up.
Well, it's because it's bitch niggas in this world now. You got guys who sit there and throw it back, but you got some girls that do it too. Nigga, that's why you ate my ass. Like, that shit is becoming too common. You niggas out here eating ass need y'all motherfucking.
I mean, if that's what they want.
Just random asses. If you eat your girl ass, you alright.
Live your life.
Yeah, but
What
like,
you do? Bedrooms under fire.
Everybody, I do it. Yes, I eat that. Like,
I eat this random girl ass. Like, that's where you pushing it.
Man, say, chill out.
Yeah, but no, that's where it stems from. Like, just like you said, not enough communication. But it's because people are always trying to air people out to embarrass them. Like, once they break up, like, nobody knows how to be an adult, and like, just move on, bro. Like, it didn't work out. It didn't. No need to bash each other. No need to put your business out there. No need to, oh, this the bitch he with. Like, this why he was doing this for me, or vice versa. Like, oh, you with this nigga now? That's why I busted all on your face. Like, that's childish. Yeah. That's not being an adult. Like, and that's why women are afraid to go that route, Because as soon as they do it, when they break up, oh, you a slut, you a hoe, like, you know, yeah, bro, like, and that's the like with men, we wear it as a badge, but as a woman, like, they're already battling enough. Like, and I say this because I got sisters, you got sisters, y'all got sisters,
I got sisters.
yeah, and I say this because, you know, just talking to my sister, I see the things that they go against, like, in the world. Like, both of my sisters are beautiful. So from the jump, they're already dealing with, you know, sexist people and, you know, this is all you good for. You still have people with that mindset that women are only good for laying down and making babies. When I know a lot of smart-ass women, like I said, my soulmate is fucking genius. Psych major. My mama's smart. Like, it's just like, that's why they don't do it. Like I said, I talk to my sisters and stuff like this, and we had some really honest conversations about why they don't do certain. Like, my sister don't suck dick. I hope my mama don't watch this, but
Too late.
my sister says she don't suck dick. She said it's degrading.
For now.
For now, maybe when she meets a dude,
When you meet a dude,
maybe when she meets a dude who
I'm
makes her
just
comfortable
telling you,
enough.
once she meets a dude that she views, this is the step. Like,
That's
for a
what I'm
woman,
saying.
it's degrading to suck the peasant stick. But if you sucking off
Yo,
the
King's
king,
dick. Woo! Still, Uncle Shay Shay, I had the ball there. Still,
come on now.
I feel you on that, man. That was the point I was trying to make earlier.
yeah.
About you know, the qualities that, like, in me personally, I don't think nobody should settle for anything, man. Get what you want. If you're gonna be with this person for the rest of your life, get what you want. I mean, even if I don't fit the shit, if that's what you want, get that.
Effectively
Understand-
communicate that, though.
Yeah, just know that the standards you have, and if that person meets your standards, you gotta meet their standards too.
Yeah.
That's where you gotta
Reciprocation.
understand. So don't think that you just hot shit and just gonna walk into something. Oh, I want this. I'm gonna take. Well, hold up. What do you bring to the table as well? Let me look at you. Turn around. It's vice versa. You gotta deal.
Excuse
You figure
me.
out whatever you dish
gotta
out,
cut
you
that
gotta
out.
be able to take. So on and so forth. That's like that.
All right.
And don't be afraid to communicate.
Down.
I'm talking to myself when I say this, but communication, it can save a lot of headache.
Yeah.
Because I be thinking,
That's it. Well,
So, I'm gonna need you to read the next one because on my screen it's really small.
I wanna read
It's the one with the lady on her phone with a dude on
oh yeah,
his
you
phone.
got that one.
oh,
That's one.
no, it's on that phone that I'm recording with. I need that. Let me see, pull it up. I know the premise of it, but let's treat it word for word.
So we gotta get to this. Hold on. Let me get you. Okay, back up.
Boom, we in there like swimwear. So, basically, the background, y'all know how they do a little meme where they land on the ground, on the bed, texting each other, right? So the girl says, I know you have a lot going on. I just wanted to see if you needed anything. The gentleman responds with, oh, wow. Thank you for checking on me. I really appreciate you, beautiful. And then the caption is, these messages go a long way. Now, I brought this one into the group because I felt some type of way about this. Like, I've dealt with people. I don't know where my glasses went, but that's okay. I dealt with people who give that half-ass, hey, I want to be there for you, but on my terms.
Right.
And when it don't line up with, for one, like when people are going through shit, grieving, dealing with personal issues, don't take that shit personal. It's their personal issue.
Yeah.
It's their thing to deal with. Like, you can't sit there and tell somebody, hey, bro, I'm going to be there if you need me. And then if you don't hit me up for a month, 2 months, I'm mad at you. That's not really what that... I said, my words were, whenever you need me, whenever that may be, whether it's today, tomorrow, 2 years from now, when you need me, I'm going to be there for you.
Right.
Not when I say we go talk, or we need to talk about it, or you need to open up to me, you need to open up with me. That's what, the reason I brought that into it, because I think that's a problem. Like, as men, we're not always comfortable talking because we feel pressured. We feel like we have to do something. And one thing you don't tell a man is what they have to do.
Right.
So I'll turn that over to you guys and let you guys kind of...
How I feel about it is, when I read that, I got the notion of, like, say you ain't text a girl in a while,
Mm-hmm.
and she don't give you attitude. She just basically say, I don't know what you're going through, but you usually call me, so you must got something going on. So just hit me up whenever you feel better. I've been thinking about you, so on and so forth. If there's something along those lines, for me, that's huge.
Sweet.
That's huge. Cause the attitude, or like just assuming that my life doesn't have anything else going on besides you, I'm gonna get offended, and I might purposely not talk to you or just let you guess that. I mean, it's just because I value people's time, and I expect mine to be valued as well. So when I see stuff like that, man, it's very, very important that a woman understands that I got a lot of things going on in my life, or even if she don't see that I do, she don't just assume that she's more important than anything I got going on in my life. She wants to be a part of it, not want to be a part of my life and not be my life. You know what I mean? It's a difference. And a lot of women get that confused. They want to be a man's life instead of him having one. So if a girl respects that I have a life, it's huge for me. That's a huge deal, man. I can't stress that enough. Big.
Yeah, I'll take it where when you sit back and you find that female who wants to be like the center of your, like, you are it, and she neglects the fact that before you came along, like I said, X number of years to build this, you came in on the tail end of something that was, in my mind, was far greater than you. I'm always gonna be me. I can't sit back and tell you that, hey, you ready to talk, but I'm not. But because you ready to talk, I'm finna break down all this and go, no, I can't do that. Because when like I said earlier, when I do talk to you about it, when it comes raw, you ain't gonna like that. I promise you. You gonna find a whole bunch of issues in there.
You gonna miss my point.
You gonna miss the point. You gonna be like, well, you did a whole bunch of yelling, evil staring, and then a lot of banging on the table. So I took it to that you was mad. Well, you could have figured that out before we started talking, because I told you I was mad. Like I said that early. I started the conversation with, I'm not ready to talk. I'm already mad. Like
that was my first.
That was my first thing. So when you hit me with the text, do you need anything? When you ready to talk, I'm here. You put it in there. When you ready, I'm not ready.
Not on your time.
Not on your time. I'm the one with the emotional weight right now. I'm holding it. Before I get ready to share it to you, or before I get ready to drop this burden on you, I gotta sit back and filter it through my process and make sure this burden is light enough for you to carry. Because you ain't feeling it the same. I'm feeling it heavy. Once I get it to a light enough form where I can have that conversation with you about whatever it may be, then that's when we gonna have it. Don't force me into it, because you force me into it, it's gonna be problematic. And when you start thinking that you my entire world, like, don't get me wrong, you a major piece. My wife is a major piece of what I got going over here. If you disrespect that piece, it's gonna be hell. However, same way, you disrespect me, it's gonna be the same level of hell, bro. It don't change. Everything in my world is in my world because I chose to be in my world. If you disrespect my world on any level, if I bought a dog in this bitch and you disrespect my dog, then we got a goddamn problem. And you're gonna be like, it's just a dog. I'm gonna be like, no, it's not just a dog. It's my motherfucker.
What's wrong with Chico? Why he's on my leg?
Like, hey, bro, let him get that out. Nah, I wouldn't be like that. Nah. But still, like I'm saying, you can't force my emotions. Just like you can't force me into a marriage, you can't force me into a conversation. You can't force me. If it don't come natural, it don't need to come.
Yeah, it's all about communication and understanding. I ain't gonna. I'm not really the type to open up anyway. But I'm gonna tell you how I feel. But when you try to push it out of me, I'm probably not gonna tell you too much. But when I'm ready to tell you, it's gonna come out. But I'm more of the listener in all the relationships anyway. So I'm more the type that's absorbing what people are saying.
You're a listener all the time.
Oh, smooth jazz ass nigga right here.
Always listen. Yeah.
But you guys brought up something good that I want to touch on. It's another reason why I don't think marriage will last a long time, right? the center of attention. Meaning, like, when y'all aren't together, they want to text all day, they want to talk all day, they want to. And some relationships can handle that. Some people can. Me and my soulmate, that was one of the best things about us. Like, we can talk all the time, text all day, and still have something to talk about when we get to each other's person, right? Like getting in each other's physical. But you got some people who can't. It's just like with these parents sitting at home with their damn kids all day. You can't really stand your spouse or your partner like that, like on a high volume level where they're in your face all day, every day. Like the thing about our grandparents, right? They went to work at 6, 5 o'clock in the morning, didn't get home till 4, 5 in the afternoon. So that's 12 hours of debriefing, like being on your own and having your own space. Whereas like now everybody wants to be all up underneath each other. Like, you know, oh, you didn't text me back right away. You didn't, you know, I saw you were on social media, but you didn't hit me back. Yeah, I wasn't worth 20 seconds of your time. It's not that you're not worth 20 seconds of my time. We're together all the time. This is why it's important to have friends outside of your relationship. You know, you got to have boys outside of your wife. Right. She got to have girls outside of you. And y'all can have mutual friends. Y'all can do those group dates and stuff like that, but y'all still, it's a balance. Like, and not enough people want to balance stuff. They just want to, oh, I found somebody I like, I love. Let's just be together all the time. And like I said, for some people that works. But for a lot of humans, it don't work. It's too much, and they can't stand it.
I mean, to add to that, like, you don't know me and my wife on that level, but you hit the nail on the head. Yeah. Damon, you've been with me all day, right? For the most part. Yeah. Does Ronnie text me about anything?
I haven't heard one word.
Phone ain't ding at all. Have I sent like, hey, what's going on your? I know you at work. And I feel like if you gotta text me all the time, you checking on me. You checking up like, what is you doing? You gotta trust me. You gotta trust that I'm moving in your best interest. And also, listen, when I'm moving on my end, it's like you said, it's not that I wouldn't text her. Like if I had something genuine to say,
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna text you right now. Hey, babe, what's going on? And send that off. But I gotta let you go and be you. If I don't test your like if I can't put you out there and let you be you, then how can I ever say I trusted you? Like how can I really say you can have a whole bunch of soldiers, right? But if they never shot the gun, they never tested the water, were they really just these soldiers though? Like was they really them killers you was talking about? They don't know. They think they were.
That's the person that you end up being with, so you chose them for a reason. So you can't stop them from being who they are. I hear what you're saying.
I gotta let you be. I gotta let you be you. And when you out there, I know you being you with me in mind. Respect me.
Y'all agree with checking in on like if your girl go to work, y'all supposed to text? You can kind of let them.
You can say like, "Hey, babe, I made it to work" or whatever, but you ain't gotta like, "I'm going to Ronnie's after work" or whatever. Like, nah, fam, that's too much. You're a grown person. You grown.
Yeah, so if it's out of the norm, like let's say she normally come home like an hour or 2 hours. Well, I'm gonna be a little bit late because I'm doing this.
For safety. Okay. I feel like that's for safety.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that's checking in. What I think is checking in is when boy or girl, hey, what are you doing right now? Like every 20 minutes, like where are you at? Who are you with? Like I think that is why a lot of these relationships don't last because there's no trust. Like there's nothing. There's no stability in the relationship because if you don't have trust, you don't have anything. Like nothing. You can be physically attracted to them. Y'all can have an emotional connection. Y'all can have all the laughs in the world. But the moment they leave, like you don't trust who they are.
It's like why did I sit here having this 2-hour conversation about me? If the second I walk away, you forget everything about me.
Is it the need to have small talk throughout the day?
Sometimes. It depends. It don't have to be everything.
Should you wait for them to get back home and then be like, yo, this is what happened to me, man, you won't believe.
It depends on your connection.
That's person to person.
Because like I said, with any other girl, I don't want to text you all day. But like my soulmate, we good at texting all day.
Yeah, I'm doing it. If you're excited about something you want to tell, I mean, it depends on the importance in your life and how you are. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't talk to your mama or your relatives, your brothers frequently like that, if this is not who you are, I mean, she shouldn't expect you to be that way anyway. You know what I mean? If it's not who you are in general, I mean, she should accept that. But the checking in thing, I just get annoyed too easy, man.
Mm-hmm. Prime example. That happened to me. Like, I ended up doing it with a girl. Like, she cheated on me, and my insecurities start where you at, who you with, all that shit. Yeah. Worst relationship ever. That shit turned into the worst relationship ever.
Yeah. How you catch a cheat?
She told me.
Damn.
Motherfucker told me.
That's a lot.
I can own that. I can respect somebody who's honest.
Yeah,
but, and back then, I'm like, y'all, I don't believe in just walking away from relationships when they get tough. But now that I'm older, there's got to be a level, you got to try afterwards. And I don't think she tried much after. Would flip it on me, make it seem like I'm tripping. I wouldn't be tripping like this if you didn't cheat on me. I wasn't like this before you. Yeah, I wasn't like this before you cheated on me. So now it's on you to earn my trust back.
It sounded like she was pushing you away. Do you think that's what she was doing? Was she trying to push you away?
We ain't together today. That ain't my soulmate. That's so
yeah.
yeah.
And,
I mean, did she ever?
I'm sorry. No, you're right. Women typically they don't like just ending a relationship, but they don't want to. They want to be able to play their victim role. Mm-hmm. That's how they. Well, he didn't give me a chance. He did this, that, and the third. They're gonna put everything on you. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying they all do that, but most women like to be able to leave a relationship because you did it, so they can always say that you're the one that done it. So they're gonna do things to push you away.
My question was gonna be: did she ever explain to you why?
There wasn't a reason why. So here's how I kept it. Right. This is we're talking about one of my early girlfriends. Right after high school. So when I first went to boot camp, I kept it so player. We 18, so I'm like, all right, I know I'm gonna be gone for a few months. If you want to break up, have your little summer thing, summer fling, do your own shit that I don't need to know about because I'm not there. No. We can do that because I get it. I'm smart enough to know we're 18, you gonna be partying all summer. I'm gonna be in boot camp for 3 months. Do your shit. Just don't fucking get pregnant. Come back with shit we good. And she hit me with I'm gonna hold you down, fucking come home, cheat on me with one of my best friends.
Best friend.
Why is it always the niggas close to? Do they? Alright, another. Do they function with the? Do they f with the dudes that are close to you because they want to get essentially it's similar to you? It's I can't have him, so it's the next best thing.
Well, this was different because, for us, she dated the dude before.
Oh, okay.
But it was high school. Everybody fucking dated everybody. So, I didn't really take that with a grain of salt because, like I said, it's high school. But I'm of the mindset, I don't care who you date before me. I don't. Right. Just as long as when we get together, there's that line of respect. Y'all might have dated, but you ain't with him no more. I'm not with her no more. I'm not gonna be tilting back and forth like that. So that's why I look at it like that. So like I said, and part of that, I blame that on me too. I should have nipped that friendship in the bud. Y'all can be cool, but man, that's your ex. That's
difficult.
Yeah, that's and I'm not saying exes can't be friends, but
you with me, you better not be no friends.
No exes can't
Fuck that.
Exes can't be friends.
Because to me, man, y'all been sexually active with each other and y'all still friends, man. Something's still there.
Think so? Every time?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
So okay,
hold on.
Hold on. So you don't think you can have just sex with one of your friends, one of your girlfriends? And not having any emotional attachment?
Somebody gonna have an attachment. It might not be you, but the girl is.
Nah, fam. I had this girl from high school. It's when me and my ex got together, it's fine. We were friends, we were cool.
She ugly?
Nah, she was fire. We just didn't like each other like that. We just didn't like each other like that.
What's the just didn't like? You can't tell me what's wrong with it?
We didn't have the same mindset. We didn't agree on certain things. She wanted different things than what I wanted.
My question to you is, was y'all friends when you were with somebody? You wasn't, so you can't be friends.
We were friends, but we didn't talk every day.
Exactly. So if y'all were,
but no, that wasn't my question.
No, if y'all are actually friends, and you got with somebody and y'all were still friends, like you said, which I don't believe that happened. It cannot happen because anytime about somebody that you had sex with, they see you with somebody new, that's
No,
when
I
I'm
don't
telling
think
you.
so.
Did it happen though? Was she friends with you when you was with somebody?
She was cool. Like we would check in, like we would talk, but it was never any sexual thing. And the same thing when she got in a relationship. Like when she got in a relationship.
Did the friendship change when the relationship was active on either part?
Yeah, like it was a friendship. It was a genuine friendship. It wasn't a hey, let's have sex or whatever. It was like a genuine friendship because there was that line of respect. Like I respect your happiness. I respect what you got going on. Like I don't want to fuck that up because you're my friend. You're like my actual friend.
So y'all didn't communicate frequently, before y'all.
No, we were never like close, like best friends. Like we just
That's
like
what I'm talking
we
about.
were
That
like
right there.
friends, like
Okay,
regular
right.
friends.
What I'm saying is, okay, she your regular friend. Don't get me wrong, I totally agree. You can knock something down or knock a friend down and still be like
Emotionless.
Yeah, emotionless.
Yeah.
It was just it was a good time.
I was speaking on being still in your circle.
Oh, yeah.
No. I ain't never had sex with nobody that's in my circle.
Frequent. Like I'm saying, like
No.
a girl that's your friend who you talk to on a frequent basis.
Yeah,
Like,
why
y'all
she your friend? She
genuinely-
your friend or she just some pussy?
Like, or associate
No,
or
because
something.
I say friend because we were friends before sex ever came into it. Like that's been my dog since freshman year, or was my dog since freshman year.
Why was she your dog?
Because we had class together. That's how we became friends.
But I mean,
What?
y'all,
Why didn't I want to date her? Is that what you're asking?
nah. Why? Well, the communication was it more because you was just trying to hit it, bro, or was because if the communication stopped, it wasn't somebody like me. Like if I can date somebody and still be friends with Damien while I'm with my girl, so why? What was the change?
Well, for me, it's kind of like being respectful to the relationship, right? Like I don't want my girl talking to nobody that she was fucking recently, or if y'all fucked 10 years ago or something like that, I probably not gonna care. But if y'all like just recently fucked, like before me and you, like before our relationship, you might need not talk to that nigga. Like he was just in them guts before I was. Like let's.
It was right there.
Even 10 years ago, man. 'Cause
Nah,
niggas
10 years
be
is different
lame.
because people. Are you the same person you were 10 years ago? Are your standards the same as what you would date? Like a girl you would date 10 years ago, would you date that today? I wouldn't.
I didn't mess around with a chick out, but she bad in a bit. But I didn't mess around with a chick from 10 years ago, last year.
Me too.
Yeah,
It just
my
depends on
my,
what
my
you
taste.
like.
Yeah, my taste has changed. Like I'm not into what I was into 10 years ago.
I can't give any
Ah.
weight to
10
that
years
conversation.
ago, I'm still not I'm not the man I am now that I was 10 years ago. But at the end of the day, that's not necessarily falls on the woman because I could have not met her standards at that point in time. So at the time, which is what happened in my case, you know what I mean? But like I said, with the friendship thing, I think it can happen, bro. It's not a friend. Like y'all frequently talk while you're in a relationship. I don't think that can happen. I don't believe.
Yeah, frequently talk. No. I don't. But I don't think you need to be frequently talking like that to many people anyway.
What's up?
Like, cause your wife, spouse, husband, whatever should be that confidant anyway. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, that's a problem too.
That's
Like,
what I was getting into.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about it. You know what I mean?
I feel like we done touched on all the topics. Man.
Yeah, we 2 hours and 7 minutes deep.
But hey, that was good.
It was.
Yeah.
We'll back cut this part out. But yeah, we
Yeah, he can edit
enjoyed
this.
talking to you guys, man. You know, I guess we could give our final thoughts about everything. Each person go
Yeah.
around
Dang.
or whatever.
First of all, I just want to let y'all know I respect the fact that we were able to sit here and talk for so long, and I
2
actually
hours.
feel like it was quality conversation. I never thought that it
That was the first episode too.
yeah. I'm like
We
y'all,
gotta
this
follow
is-
this shit up.
Yeah, this is gonna be difficult. I don't know if y'all know. Y'all set a bar like really, really high. I don't know if y'all go.
I mean, we can.
No, we can do it.
This,
I believe in y'all.
This-
I believe in
this
y'all.
is
light-
this is
was
surface
light
stuff.
This was light
Okay,
stuff.
cool.
Yeah, this is
So-
surface content.
That's-
Shit happen every day, B.
I believe in y'all, and what I believe in us that we gonna see this.
Yes.
This way. But am I jumping this off? With
Go
my final
ahead, bro.
thoughts?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay.
First one.
First, all right. So what we have? What was it? Liking photos. All right. Yeah. If he liking photos, he liking photos. No emojis. None. Keep that emoji for your girl. That's her stuff. She needs to know your feelings. Old school marriage, I believe the reason that they don't happen, you lack accountability, you lack trust, and you also don't let that person be who that person is. You want to try to force them into something that ain't right. 6-month marriage, I don't believe in it, although I have heard stories of people who do make it work. So, I'm going to say this. If you do get in a 6-month marriage, that person, I hope they some form of clone. I'm going to leave it at that. Down women, if you're talking to a dude or you're talking to your girl or something and you see them going through something, you need to be in tune to how they process whatever those feelings are that they're going through. If they're angry and you know it takes them at least 3 days before they come talk to you or they come to you in their own time, let them come to you in their own time. Don't try to force that. Let that be. And don't be upset with them if they don't talk to you right away.
My turn?
Yep.
Going back, like we said, I think the whole liking pictures is just liking pictures. I'm gonna listen to what you said and leave the emojis for my girl, man. Like, 'cause, you know. Next we got. I still don't agree with the whole a man to know within 6 months if he wants to marry. I think that's crazy as hell. I think that's ludicrous. I don't think there's a time limit. I think everybody's different. And like I said, when you put that pressure on a man, kind of forcing him, and you're not getting the real him. Like, it's just what they say, pressure bust the pipe.
Yeah.
So I'm running towards the end goal because I don't want to miss you. It's not that I don't want you right then and there. It's just I don't want to miss that shit.
Yeah.
Then we got the being down for your partner. I don't think we touched on it as far as men. Men need to do the same thing too.
Right.
I know I had a problem in the beginning, like, in my last relationship when, she would be upset or whatever. I would feel some type of way when she didn't want to talk about it. Like, I had that bad. Like, because here I am sitting here opening up to you, or trying my best at least to open up to you, and I feel like it's met one-sided. Well, that's not the case. I can't take whatever personal issues you got going on personal, because those are your personal issues. I don't know what they mean to you or how they're affecting you. So I need to love and respect you enough to give you your time to deal with it how you feel needed. And then if you need me, come that way and holler at me. I'll be there. Like Michael Jackson in the 5 said. I think that's it. Last but not least, I guess it's kind of the same. Like when somebody's distant or quiet, don't assume the worst, like they're cheating or anything like that. They could just have a lot of shit on their mind. We all handle shit differently. We all process it differently. Whereas, like I said, women are great at multitasking. I think men suck at it. We got to focus on something most times, more than not, because that's who we are as creatures. Like, men are driven and honed on one thing. Like, I think since we got Kobe in the background, he was the epitome of that, right? For 20 years, he was driven to play basketball. Not that he wasn't a dad in that time, but I think once he stopped playing basketball, he shifted to be an even better dad than what he already was, because that was his only focus at that point. He was able to support his little girl, more, coaching her team, following her passions, be there for all his other girls at that moment in time, because that's where his focus was. When you're, and this is an Achilles heel of men, when we're doing stuff, we just focus a lot of attention on the one thing, and so, yeah.
Really. And from the emoji you posted, it's always good to communicate, just show that you care about your man, vice versa, show that you care about your girl, because it definitely goes a long way, and it'll definitely strengthen the relationship. Just the thought that you got somebody that got your back. So once you got somebody that holds you down, you're gonna try to hold them down too, because it's actually hard to find. So once somebody's showing that they care about you, care about them back, because you might not find that again. You probably get 2 women in your lifetime that actually give a damn about you. So if you get one, cherish that. And also, if a man, does he know what he wants in 6 months? I would say a boy does, but a man, nah, because he gonna have his shit together. He gonna take his time, and he really gonna figure out what you about, because he knows female nature, and women gonna know men nature, and know that you really just being that you're on your best behavior, so take your time before you get married. You know, but at the same time, I've heard situations where, what's it like? I guess Arabian people, they kind of they force their kids into marriage, and sometimes that lasts forever. So I mean, who knows? Sometimes your parents might know what's best for you more than you do, but you know, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. But I would say take your time to figure out who you trying to be with, because people change, people grow. At the end of the day,
that's another topic for the next pod.
mm-hmm.
Can you learn to love somebody?
you're gonna have to. Yeah, absolutely. And why aren't marriages lasting like our grandparents? I'm gonna say for the most part, it's social media, and it's the change in time, because things aren't the same as with our grandparents. It was different. I would say the man was kind of forced to lead back in the day. He was put in position to lead. Things are more equal now. The woman doesn't really need a man as much more anymore. So there's no reason to just stick together with the person. You kind of can do your own thing, which is it's understandable. You can't expect somebody to just stay with you if you're not being the best you can be. But back in the day, you was the breadwinner. You was all the woman could do, all the woman could have at that point. So she had to stick with you through thick and thin, whether you was cheating or beating. No matter what, she had to stay with you. But now she got her own job. She's more independent. She's not gonna put up with it. So you gotta be the best man you could be.
Fuck that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And as far as liking stuff on social media, I feel like all that's kind of childish by now. You should be able to trust the person you with to the most point, but at the same time, it gets in the way. So I don't know. One question is it okay to not be friends with the person on social media with your lover? Should you have to be?
Another topic for another day.
Yeah, we'll say that.
We'll
say that. I like that. So we got 2 new topics.
Yeah. But if that's just one thing. But if it's a like, it's a like. But just don't do too much with the emojis, because that's when it gets a little too deep. With the, like my nigga Brian said, no. Leave the emojis alone, because now
Get that emoji out.
they make that shit a little wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? But what you think, Dan?
Yeah, the as far as the liking pictures things, and if women gotta understand this, and this is a very, very important thing to me, and I want to get this out there as clear as fucking day. When you see a man liking multiple pictures, and that bothers you, but at the same time he's giving you his time, you have a fucking problem. He's giving you his time. So if you think liking pictures is more important than the time he's giving you, you need to get your priorities straight. Point blank period.
Right.
So I understand the excessive commenting, and you know, I get that. You know, I've been guilty of that. But at the end of the day, liking hardened pictures and he's giving you his time, and y'all are not even official yet, it's childish.
I think most of us have been guilty of that, like
Yes, I'm
the
not
excessive
gonna
comment.
sit here and act like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Especially
Like
with throwing emojis on there.
myself included, like that. And to us, it's no big deal. Like it's just harmless, but to our partners, it's really disrespectful.
Yeah.
And you know, I think this definitely, like, your point of view opened my eyes to some stuff. So I think it's impactful. Hopefully, it opens some other guys, like where it might not be a big deal to us. Like, you know, women see things just like we see things differently from women. They see things different from us. So
Correct. And as far as the texting thing, as far as like not hearing from him at a certain amount of time, respect that a man has a life, respect that a woman has a life. It goes both ways.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, I have, you know, I'm not going to act innocent. I have not heard from a girl at a certain period of time. Thought something was wrong. She corrected me or whatever, and it never happened again. But, you know, just be cautious that a person has a life. You know what I mean? So just check up on them, just send a message, and just test and see what things are or whatever. And as far as if a man can know if he's ready by 6 months or whatever, the fact that the person that posted this act like all men are this way is stupid, ignorant, and shouldn't be considered by anybody. You can't speak for every man. And women that like to glorify men like this, like he speaks for every man, is childish. Know the person that you are with. Y'all have y'all own dialogue. Do not let outside forces affect y'all's relationship. Period. Stop doing it. You want to get married? Don't try to look at outside forces to agree with you. You express that to your man.
Well, they got married in 3 months.
Express that to your man. Express that to your woman. Period.
Don't
Y'all decide what's best for y'all. And why marriages aren't lasting longer or whatever, like I said, people don't understand how hard it is to find the right person. They think because they meet their checklist that everything is okay. It's more to it than that. And do not take that part seriously. You can't just stumble upon the right person. It takes you knowing yourself first. If you know yourself first and you where you want to be, maybe you're headed that way. As long as you are at a stable point in your life to where you're able to take on a relationship, that's when it should be done. I don't believe that there's a right time for marriage. I do believe it's a right person for marriage. So it can go both ways, but that's my thoughts on all topics. That's it there. Name Rich. Follow me on Instagram, dgreat214, and on Facebook, Damian Richard. Look me up on there. And nice talking to you.
djayparkk, no filter, man. Hit me up, Snap and Instagram, man.
Deion Scott, be looking for the podcast. We'll post it, different platforms, all that good stuff.
B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet. I told you about the other ones. You stay focused. This is no filter. And
also, make sure y'all check out Something for the People. I'm on there as well. We touched on a lot of good topics on there too. We up in how many episodes now?
It's 6.
6. If it's 2, we ain't posted. Is it 2 or 1?
It's 2 we ain't posted.
2 we ain't posted. So we got more coming on top of that. So yes, it's been a good time talking with you guys. Y'all bless that.
One more thing. Thank y'all for going out and voting this year. Rosa Parks sat at the back of that bus. Martin Luther King marched for us. Malcolm X fought for us. So thank y'all for going out there and voting. Even if your candidate, it wasn't who you wanted, it's still the fact that you went out there and voted.
And let me touch on that. I know there's a lot of people out there. I have my opinions. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Republican. But I respect anybody that went out to vote. And I know it's a lot of people. It's very big in the black community to glorify not voting. So I want to bring this point before we leave. A lot of people talk about choosing the lesser evils and saying that they didn't want to pick either candidate. But my response to that is the people who were fighting for you to vote, I think they had a harder time picking who they wanted to be president. So to use that dialogue is very childish. They had to fight for us to vote, and they had way, way harder choices than we did. Yeah. So I think
do I want this dog to bite my ass?
Yeah, it's like they have a way better. They had a lot. They wasn't doing it for themselves. Yeah. So whatever candidate you feel that fits you and your future, look at that. They might both be trash to you, but at the end of the day, something that they do fits your way, regardless of who you voted for. One of them fits something that benefits your life. So vote for that person.
And don't.
Wait, now, on the ballot, you can write in whoever. If you want to vote for yourself for president, you can have no campaign. And if you write B Hunt, they gonna be like 1 vote in Texas for B Hunt, and then like other. You'll be in the other category. You can vote for whoever. Like, granted. In my opinion, you throwing away a vote, but if that's what gets you to vote,
that's your right. Yep.
Do your thing.
And don't wait. Last but not least, for me, don't wait to presidential election to pay attention. Go pay attention to who's on your city council, who's your governor, who's your on your House of Representatives. Like, pay attention to all that stuff. You got more than just 4 years. The same way you can be on social media all day, every day. You can look up who these people are, what policies they stand for. Like, we keep saying we want to see change within our communities. This is how we do it. We vote the right people in, and we'll get there, So, 1, 2, 3, break.